Hello everyone, welcome back to Ask a Scientist Gaming, where we combine mediocre gameplay with expert level science. I'm Ken Hansen, Associate Professor in the Department of Chemistry and Biochemistry. I do all things light matter interactions, photons driving processes, from generating electricity to photomechanical polymers. But more importantly, joining me today is Dr. Mike Shatruck. Mike, if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself.
I'm Michael Shatruk. I'm from Florida State, Ken's colleague at Chemistry and Biochemistry Department. I do magnets.
you
Some other stuff sometimes as well.
You do magnets. What do you usually teach?
So I teach inorganic chemistry, chemistry of materials. Sometimes I teach magnetic materials, and I also recently started teaching chemistry for liberal arts and non-science majors, kitchen chemistry and chemistry and art. So that's my new shtick.
That's fun. All right, equally important, what game are we starting with?
So we started with Wolfenstein 3D.
Wolfenstein 3D.
That's something I spent an enormous amount of my young life in a pretty useless fashion, but that brings back some good memories from my years as undergrad.
All right, it's all yours. Let's do it. To quote Mike, let's kill some Nazis.
Yeah, that's important.
So Jim Padul actually played a little bit of this on his stream, but he played the Super Nintendo version with the controller, and Super Nintendo completely they got rid of all Nazi-related things.
I see.
They got rid of the swastikas. They got rid of Hitler.
So they are politically correct.
Yeah. Well, it was because they wanted to sell in Germany.
You cannot use that. Yeah.
Yep.
Sure.
So they wanted to be global sales.
That's banned. Yeah.
Yep.
So what do? Don't hurt me, or can I play Daddy? Let's do Don't Hurt Me.
All right. Well, I mean,
the first one is kind of ridiculous. It's
you know the cheat codes, so we're good.
well, true. Yeah. You said the God mod is like special.
Yeah. So we can do God mode where you don't take damage, essentially. So we can commit. We'll let you warm up for a little bit.
All right. Look at those doors. Is the sound okay? Do you want quieter?
No, sound should be good.
All right.
They'll let me know if it's too loud. Chances are it's with bullets. But yeah, we generally get some good feedback. So how long's it been since you played this game?
So I played it last time in 1994. 28 years, so I'm pretty old. But I was pretty young when I played this, so
yeah.
There's my excuse, right?
So here's my old person. My YouTube account is year 2006. Which means next year, the freshmen I teach will be younger than my YouTube account. If you want to feel old.
Yeah. My Facebook is 2005, I think.
Oh, God. It is.
You know, I found out about Facebook because students in my class that I taught created a group for me.
What?
Yeah, they like the way I taught, so they created a group. And it was like group for my class, dedicated to my class.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool. So and I couldn't, in the old version of Facebook, you wouldn't see it unless you register or something.
Yeah.
And you needed to have only the school email, so it was different. Now it doesn't matter.
Yeah. No, there was an .edu address on the initial sign up.
Yeah. It was a must.
That was before they turned completely evil.
We need to find some secrets here. So are you playing, or how does it work?
No,
I'm the only one playing?
You're the only one playing.
So what are you doing?
I just drinking. I drink and watch for questions and feed questions to you. Yeah, no, it's
like good life. For 3 hours you can sit and do nothing
and watch video games.
Remember Office Space?
Yeah.
You don't need $1 million to do that.
Mike, I'm a people person. I intervene between you and the audience.
That's right. Because I don't have those skills. I'm too busy playing.
It's a program. They don't have those skills.
Engineers are not good dealing with customers.
Exactly. Mike Shatrucks are not good at dealing with chat.
Yeah, it's one of my weaknesses. Weak spots.
Man, I love it. Office Space.
Yeah.
I don't know how many students have seen Office Space.
I saw it in my class a couple lectures ago, and nobody knew about that.
That's crazy.
You know, I was giving them a problem based on Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
So
they knew Game of Thrones.
Oh, no, half of them didn't.
What?
Because I think a lot of them are freshmen, so maybe their parents wouldn't let them watch it because they were still too young. It's sometimes pretty rough. Right?
When did that stop? That was like 4 years ago?
5-6 years ago, maybe, yeah.
Game of Thrones.
Maybe 4 years ago. Yeah, so some of those were underage. You know, some of those, I would say, some episodes were pretty brutal. So
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah. Because I had this problem, basically, capstone problem for gas laws, right? And thermodynamics.
So it ended in 2019.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah,
That's fair.
so I would say like 50% of them knew what it was, but 50% were surprised. What the heck is this? It's like, that's the best show.
It was.
No, we're watching the episode like when the dragon melts the wall.
Nice.
And then basically my idea is I'm trying to give them a problem. Okay, let's take this huge sheet of ice and figure out how much gas we need to pack into Dragon to have enough energy to melt the ice.
Oh, that's fun. So you did the
Yeah.
combustion formula for the amount of
Yep.
energy and then the thermal capacity
Yep.
of water.
You do well. I didn't do you can do that too, which is
Yeah.
awesome, right? I'm
Yeah.
just doing melting,
Yeah.
fusion enthalpy, and combustion energy, and basically volume and density, to figure out the mass. And you can assume we assume you need to melt only 10% of that because it starts collapsing.
Yeah.
And basically, it turns out that Dragon's pressure inside Dragon's belly should be 800 psi.
Of methane? What did you assume?
Propane.
Propane.
Like just natural gas. Yeah, and we just assume, it's like the Dragon's lungs are, I think, 1,000 times larger than humans.
Yeah.
6,000 liters. So do all those assumptions. So you teach them about scientific methods, assumptions.
Yeah.
It's actually a cool capstone problem.
It's a fun engineering problem, right?
Yeah.
Assume how close it.
But those kids are not non-science majors, so why in the hell are we doing this? I was like, because it's fun.
Man. That's one of those things that I'd appreciate now, but would have hated as a student.
Yeah.
Like, we think we're so clever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, that is a fun one. And the assumption is propane and not some magical gas.
Well, the thing is also we don't do it at once, right? So actually, I'm building a problem throughout the entire module on thermochemistry, right?
Yeah.
So we'll solve how you melt this amount of ice, and then they're asking why that much ice? I was like, well, you'll see later. We'll use that result, right? So in the end, when we get to that problem, we don't do a lot of math because we calculate most of the stuff along the way, right? And so they just see the principle, how you can solve more complex problems.
Man, I wonder if you could figure out what the gas is from the color of the flame. Like you can
Maybe.
definitively establish it's
difficult though, right? But
I mean, it's clearly combustion, right? It's
Yeah.
the color for
Yeah.
hydrocarbon of some kind. But
that color they had in that was pretty blue, right? So
Was it?
I don't remember. I thought it was almost like
blue would have made more
fire or
sense.
something.
So it probably wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, anyone. Me and Mike can shoot the shit all day, but if you're just joining us, my guest today is Dr. Mike Shatruck. He's an expert in inorganic chemistry, all things magnetic materials, magnetic molecules. He is
We do
happy
some
to answer.
catalysis too.
And catalysis, yeah.
And
Phosphines.
just in general, trying to figure out how to save this Earth and improve us as humankind.
So if you guys have any questions, throw them in chat. Mike is going to be more than happy to answer them while he kills some Nazis playing Wolfenstein 3D.
Yeah.
Does this bring you back?
Yeah, I feel
to
like
your
I'm
youth?
28 years younger now.
Yeah. Someone should be in the back smoking weed and eating Cheetos. Like, good times.
Yeah. Look at that. Where did that guy come from? That's insane. They're more resilient than this life.
Yeah, I think they get progressively.
Oh, look at that.
Oh man, you're doing all
Found
the
it again.
shortcuts.
Now I have something real. I
Try the weapon change. Does that work? 1, 2, 3.
yeah, it should. Yep.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
can go with the knife.
Yeah.
But
The knife-
on the level we practiced with, right, which was the simplest level, when you changed here, it went to the machine gun, to what is
the turret. Yeah.
yeah. And here you just got simple machine gun, which
Yeah.
is kind of okay.
Because we haven't cheated yet.
Oh, that's right. That's what we did back then. That makes sense, yeah. So nothing. What are we getting? Are we getting it?
No, we will. It takes a while to ramp up. Usually it's about a half hour before people join. Join just in time to hear the science of dragons while you're shooting a German Shepherd. Yeah. Oh, that's the other thing they changed in the Super Nintendo version. Instead of shooting dogs, you shoot like zombie rats.
Oh, cool.
'Cause shooting dogs.
Yeah,
is too
dogs
violent.
that's the only thing in this. I feel okay shooting Nazis, but shooting dogs is rough.
Okay. Well,
I feel bad about that.
you're gonna love Narc later then.
Yeah. I understand this is the game, but it still kind of has a bad connotation.
No, it doesn't feel good. I mean, people react more strongly to shooting animals than people.
Yeah, for sure.
So-
You know that, right?
But a big spooky skeleton, welcome back. Yeah, and questions on magnetism. Mike is not only a player of Wolfenstein 3D, but also an expert in magnetic materials, particularly molecular magnets, as well as other things, catalysis. He is happy to answer any questions you guys have.
So have you played this one before?
Yeah. I played this on like the original. 'Cause this was it was like a DOS boot up.
Yeah.
That's when I was younger. So when this came out, I would have been about 10 years old. But so on the newer version of it, they have a map and a strafe button, so it's easier to aim.
Oh yeah.
But
no, that's what's fun about this one, right? You have no idea what's going on. But now I'm very low on health, so I better get some good stuff. No, we're not gonna
cheat yet.
There's serious people here.
A big spooky skeleton. Fun factoid: the auto filter on Twitch it flagged "shoot a German," so I had to actually approve the sentence you uttered there before it would actually show up for others.
Wow,
but it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
They also wouldn't let me use. So I'd rope around at one point, and they wouldn't let me post microfluidic.
Why?
I think it's the combination of micro and dick is too much. It's a plague, but
that's weird.
Yeah, exactly. Just wouldn't let me write it. I couldn't put
just
it in
picks up on minor things, mundane details.
It's an automated filter. I'm sure they're using like machine learning at this point to try to figure out who's saying bad things, which is cool. All right, so I'll start with one opening since you're settled into the game. Is what got you to where you are today?
Oh, that's a very loaded question.
Loaded?
You mean like in life?
Yes.
In career?
Yeah. Like, well, so somebody sitting in this audience is probably an undergrad, has no idea what they want to do with their life.
Okay,
and you had some pinnacle moment where you were like, I love sciences. I want to be a professor. Like, what was your journey to get here?
I mean, there were a few of those things, right? It's like, it's all built from a few things that you encounter, right? So it's like, I remember, it's like I had a lot of very good science teachers in school. Like not one, but frequently it's like one person who influenced you, like in school, but I had quite a few.
Oh.
Like physics, and chemistry, and very good geography teachers. So it's kind of just gets you interested. I think also like we just played with stuff so much, outside. Like I remember like when I was a kid, we were like melting tin and pouring it in, all kinds of forms and shapes and templates to make like little figures. So that was pretty cool. Because then you start thinking, how those things happen. So it kind of awakens your curiosity, right? I think like my parents kind of let me try a lot of different things when I was a kid. And then when I was undergrad, I mean, just like what was really cool is just like the school I went to, they encouraged us to start doing research as soon as possible. And the lab I joined as undergrad, my first year,
you gotta keep playing.
I went for lab tours, and there was this guy who was like dipping his fingers into liquid nitrogen, and like I was like, that was so crazy. He was like, here's like this really super cold liquid, right? And he's like, you can dip your fingers in that. And I always was said, I was told it's gonna kill you. It's so cold, right? So that's really neat. And then like the thing, the first research experiment I remember in the undergrad that really like just blew my mind was when we were measuring a superconductor, right? I was undergrad, just working as a graduate student. He was like, let's go measure some superconductors because that's what we were working on. And we measured the resistivity, and you see it like it's like 85 Kelvin or something, those high temperature, YBCOs. You just see the resistance just goes like shh.
Yeah.
And it really goes to zero. And you knew that, right? Like that's what happens. But one thing when you know this, and it's totally different when you actually see that. And I was like, man, this is so cool. And that was it. So I think that's from that point I knew like I want to do research, and it's like one experiment that really like shows you in reality how things happen. You just learn in books, changes your attitude. Yeah, and then after that I think like just study. The time I knew I wanted to do the faculty career was when I was exchange student in Montana State, where actually I played a lot of this game, and there was a very good inorganic chemistry professor, Edwin Abbott, and he basically, I didn't have to do any research or anything, but I was taking his class for graduate students, even though I was undergrad, and he was like a phenomenal teacher. And then once he told me, "No, you want to do some research? Like if you're bored here, because I see sometimes in class, you're getting everything." And so I was like, "Yeah, sure." So he brought me to his lab, and I started doing some things. And I just loved his lab. It was just so cool. And he told me a bit about like academic career, and how it can happen. And I thought, oh, maybe I can do that, right? And so then I went to graduate school. I still wasn't sure if 100%, but that's I think where I got my first kind of urge to think about that. And then and then that was pretty much it. The rest of that was just like different things happening. And I think another interesting thing was when I really became passionate about research, like not just interested but passionate, right? So I was working on my honors thesis, if you will.
Yep.
Slightly different, in Europe, but it's called diploma, right? But it's kind of analog of honors thesis. And I was just sitting like it was maybe 9-10 p.m. Everybody left. I was just sitting trying to finish some writing. That's why I always recommend students try to write something, and try to understand what's going on when you write, when you describe the story, right? And I was just trying to figure out this problem that they had in this lab, right, where I was working. That was just like senior undergrad, right? And I was looking at the structure, and I remember just like sitting, like my head was like that. We didn't have any computers, so all these printouts, with structure from different views. Well, we had computers, but they were not as convenient for rotating structures and stuff like that. So I just print out a bunch of those views, and I was just looking at them. And then at some point I was like looking at the structure, and it just struck me, the answer. I got the answer. And you literally you feel like this enormous adrenaline just rushing into
the eureka moment.
Right. And you're like, man, this is so cool.
Yeah.
And then next day my advisor came to work, and I told him like, look, I don't know if that's right, but I think I figured out like this thing we were discussing so many times. And I said, look, if you look at this structure from this side and from this side, you see the answer. It was like kind of lone pair. It was like sticking out in some space.
Yeah.
We couldn't understand what that structure interesting appearance.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that makes sense. It's like, so I got a lot of respect as undergrad at that point in my lab. So
you got on a paper?
No, actually, we didn't publish paper. That was just my thesis. That was it. My honors thesis. Yeah, we never got to the paper stage.
No?
Because it was already published, and so it would be like small explanation, right? They wrote observation, but they didn't explain it. But again, it wasn't like some groundbreaking, but it was just, for me, it was so cool that I figured something out that those PhD guys didn't.
Yeah.
Because you just like look with a new eye, and sometimes something that might not be obvious to them, just like you think about this differently.
Yeah.
But that was I think the moment when I really understood how cool it is to do original research.
To think of something no one has ever thought of before.
Yeah, exactly, right? That was like, to me, that was like the coolest stuff.
Like a moment of unique knowledge.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a small thing.
Yeah.
It's still a unique thought. A lot of people will go their entire lives not having a truly unique thought.
Yeah.
And so, I completely appreciate
Yeah, you're right.
that.
That's like unique discovery. That's what's special about research.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You're not just repeating things. You are figuring out something that some people might have even tried that couldn't do it. And then, if somebody does it, that's neat.
Yeah. No, really satisfying. And a lot of us have similar stories, those little moments, like you said. And the curiosity as a child. That was one thing Harry Croto, the late Harry Croto, who was a member of our faculty, whenever he gave a presentation, he really harped on, his kids and their curiosity and let them explore. But one of his concerns that he expressed is like, when we were young, we could take apart a radio or a TV, right? And
yeah, probably. I still can do that probably with a guide.
but now the technology has changed, right? If you have like an OLED screen, you can't really take it apart. You're not forced to do that, right? Yeah, the number of mechanical parts has gone down, the number of black box behaviors has gone up, and so do we dampen curiosity, or does that curiosity change to something else?
Well, you're not opening the boxes, right?
Yeah.
You taking them out and you put a new box in.
Yep.
So that's the difference.
Yep. Oh, there we go.
I was looking for that guy. Where was he now?
Yeah. One of the classics of any first-person shooters. If you're murdering people, you're going the right direction. Very
brutal,
but true.
Sad but true. Yeah.
All right. So Big Spooky Skeleton wants to know, what's your favorite application of magnets?
Oh, well, talking about the one, that's what we're working on, is magnetic caloric effect. So I love that one because it's very cool, right? It's like very clean technology. You just have a magnet, You put your material into the magnet, it warms up, you take it out, it cools down. That's it, right? You have just mechanical motion and heat exchange, right? And no compression, expansion, nothing like that. Very few moving parts. In principle, you don't even need the motion, because I was visiting University of Zaragoza in Spain, and they had like this very cool way to do this. So they just had the magnets, sitting between two plates, that would remove heat, and apply cooling effect to the other side. And in their case, what they had basically was just two magnets they would put in phase or out of phase to zero out the field or turn the field on. So they like literally needed very small motion, relative motion, those magnets, to turn the field on and off. That was very cool.
Victory. Well
So
done.
I love that. Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, so
But
so you're talking about magnetic refrigerants, essentially. You put it in a magnetic field and you
Yeah.
can change the temperature.
Yeah, and that's actually, if you're thinking about temperatures below 1 Kelvin, I think that's how they were reached for the first time, by taking paramagnetic salts and doing kind of this effect, right? You're putting applying and removing magnetic field, and you can get to very low temperature with that method. So it's
That's fun.
Kinda
And so is that a commercial application yet, or that's a hypothetical? I mean, it's been proven in lab or shown in lab, but
right. So for super low temperatures, it's actually applied. So there's the
that's how they do it.
yeah, in the Mag Lab, we have National High Magnetic Field Lab, right, which is main branches here in Tallahassee. We have a microkelvin facility where you can go to very, very low temperature, like ridiculously low, where like everything freezes, it's like everything, almost, except for spin liquids, which is also cool stuff. But oh man, this guy's killing me. So in that place, they use magnetic refrigerators, right, to cool down to very low temperature.
One shot, nice.
Yeah, practice-wise, if you want to do it in your house, it's impractical now. So people investigating right now things like, small chillers for beer, one beer bottle, right? Come on. So that's gonna be practical. There are basically devices already implemented. They're just very expensive. So I think that technology right now is where thermoelectrics were like 40 years ago, right?
Yeah,
So
so they're progressing.
yeah, it's progressing. Like silicon solar cells, like 60 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
Everything changes, but that's one of the cool applications that I really like. And another really cool application that I like is the levitating trains.
Yeah.
Right? If that's realized, there are not many of them because it's very expensive, right? But if you get, as we get our superconductors better and better, superconducting wires, I think that's going to be very, very interesting. It's definitely going to become viable at some point.
I mean, those will be the fastest trains.
Yeah,
Like you can't possibly, it's like zero friction.
Yeah, you can go like 400, 500 miles per hour.
Yeah.
It's going to be phenomenal.
All right, Reese's Pieces has redeemed a take a drink. So Mike,
All right.
cheers. Reese's Pieces, thank you for stopping by as usual.
Cheers.
Cheers. Hopefully you guys have a drink on a Wednesday night. Like 2 weeks left of classes. Might as well have a drink on a Wednesday.
Oh, this is good stuff.
Speaking of which, Mike, what are we drinking?
So this is Italian. I never remember the name because it's very long, but it's like La Cappuccina,
La Cappuccino.
which I guess means female for cappuccino.
Can't really see it in the camera. I'll do the drink.
Right, and then yeah, I like this one. It's pretty light, so you can still see where you're shooting after 1-2 glasses, so it's not bad.
There's a link in chat if you guys are interested.
Yeah,
So
and it's actually pretty affordable. It's not very expensive.
yeah,
It's like
we're not going to get too
13
hammered
bucks.
too quickly.
Yeah, exactly. Right. That's what you want to do.
Not gonna lie, the reason I do this is so I can get drunk on Wednesday night. That's part of the goal. All right, and Nico has requested a factoid.
All right.
do
Do
you-
we have them stored, or do I need to come up with one? I forgot how you do here. Because
I think you sent me
put something in. Yeah, I gave you them in an email. Like I put them in an email as a list.
Well, so we have predictions and then we have factoids.
Right. So factoids were in the email, like
Yeah, yeah.
text, right? So that.
I will find your list.
Well, I can give them a factoid because I remember one of them.
Yeah, just drop knowledge bombs.
Yeah. So like one of the cool factoids is that the Earth's magnetic pole reverses, right? And people think like, oh, it's very risky, right? Because you hear some people, like people know about this, right? You can flip magnetic pole, right? So right now, north and south might flip, become different. So basically, it means the compass, the arrow of your compass will be pointing north, but actually be a south pole, right? So it's going to basically flip. So you'll point to the north and towards where it's very cold, towards
Yeah.
Canada.
Yep.
But you'll see the south pole on your compass, pointing to Canada.
Yep.
And so it's kind of where Argentina is right now. But in fact, that happens for very ridiculously long periods, right? So it happens from 10,000 to like 20 million years, so just for each reversal, right? And the reversal itself takes place for over like, I got killed. I talked too much. But the reversal itself takes about, 7,000 years on average, from 1 to 28,000. There was a study, so you can find it.
Wait, so the actual flipping process
The flipping,
of flow?
right.
So your compass, if you watch that, it's 7,000 years of rotation.
Right. So when you hear conspiracy theories, the magnetic pole is getting reversed, we're all gonna die tomorrow. It's gonna take a few generations to go through that, right? So you're probably okay.
We'll be okay.
Yeah. So never let people mess you up with that idea.
Yeah.
It's actually not correct.
But the solar flare can kill you in an instant.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But not the magnetic field.
Yeah.
All right.
Not
Uncle
reversed.
Bill, welcome back. Quantum Wolfenstein physics, yes. Talking magnetic materials with Dr. Mike Shatruck. If you have any questions, throw them in chat. For those of you that are new to Twitch, Uncle Bill is a co-organizer of it's basically an educational streamer consortium. TKF. There's a link right there to the website as well as the Discord, so you can learn about all sorts of educational streamers. We are one of them, but there are many people doing everything from teaching math to welding to whatever it might be. There's a link if you guys want to check them out. But yeah, Uncle Bill, welcome back. All right.
So you have regulars here.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, we have regulars that come back and watch terrible gameplay for some reason. But yeah. All right, D Soko has requested take a drink. So,
Wow,
Mike,
do you have beer in stock?
I do have extra beer.
You guys, they accelerate.
Yeah, Mike's
I'd rather students from my class or something.
Yeah.
To drink. Well, I taught today, so I'm not teaching tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's why Wednesday night works better than any other night.
Yeah.
Thursday, who cares?
Yeah. It's good because I ran into this small little room, so nobody can shoot me while I'm drinking here. That's perfect.
That's strategic Wolfenstein
it worked
right
out
there,
pretty
ladies
well.
and gentlemen. That's metagaming.
Some high level.
Yeah. And if nothing else, you can pass out on the couch and back there.
Well, I have to fly to Dallas tomorrow.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh. You giving a talk?
Yeah, to Dallas.
Because they have UNT and UT Dallas. They're in Dallas, right? They're both next to each other.
Come on.
Oh.
First level is much easier.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm ashamed to put my name. I'll put shame. Okay.
You should schedule your faculty meeting for Thursday. Kill two birds with one stone.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah. Now our meetings go. How long
had
did
it
today's
today.
go? How long did it
2
go?
hours.
2 hours. I had to leave
Today was
early.
special though. So,
Yeah. I have to leave early to get the daughters from
Oh, you
daycare.
left? Oh,
Yeah.
that's good, yeah. Sometimes you have to discuss important matters, and you always have people who want to talk for too long.
Yeah. And the thing is, even when you're discussing not important matters, people want to talk too long. It's just inherent to the nature of who we are.
Right. Another thing that's always obvious is that the level of organization of your meeting always is inversely proportional to the length of time you spend in those.
Yeah. All right, ChemSpider96 wants to know, do you work at the Mag Lab? I was reading one of your professors is head of the NMR/MRI facility there, and it sounds like something really cool to use in your research.
Yes, so we do some things in the Mag Lab. We have a lot of things in the department that let me study our magnetic materials pretty exhaustively. We do work with the Mag Lab for magnetic resonance. They have excellent physics group actually who does magnetic resonance, and my group collaborates with them a lot. So actually, in general, I collaborate with a lot of physicists on different projects, and a lot of them are in national labs, not only in the Mag Lab, but also some in the Oak Ridge National Lab, at Argonne National Lab. My students even go to France to synchrotron center in Grenoble, to do experiments there, because synchrotrons, there are not many of them in the world, and so you want to use the one you can. So you're just using whatever's available. But yeah, the Mag Lab we use from time to time. We have some spectrometers there. If you need high field, like really high field, record break in the world, we usually don't use that one, but there are some people who do. But yeah, we spend quite a bit of time there. And as a student, you basically get trained, you get a badge, you can go in and out when you wish and do your experiments. It's pretty cool. It's any national lab is quite a unique facility, and so it's really cool that we have a national lab right here. It's like 10-minute drive from chemistry department. So it's really nice.
And the professor they're talking about, presumably that's Rob Shurko.
Rob Shurko is the
NMR director.
That's right.
Yeah. He does very cool like pulse sequence programming and like actually using the instruments to figure out things. First time chat from Dunstable Ramsey, Wolfenstein 3, nice. Yes, Mike chose an excellent classic game. This was one of the first-person shooters that really changed the way we do gameplay.
I agree.
So everything, Call of Duty, Halo, Fortnite, all the stuff is a byproduct of this game. So one thing to note that people might not know right away, but one of the things this did as well is the little face in the center there. He will indicate if somebody's shooting at you from the back or side. He'll actually look that direction, which again was a really cool breakthrough.
Helps you a lot.
Yeah. And Nico, come for the science, stay for the terrible gameplay. It just works. we do have a very specific formula on this stream. So if you're interested
didn't you say we're expert game players and
terrible scientists? Later in the night.
I thought that was your motto, right? Yeah, but Rob Shurko moved here, to head the NMR program, and it's interesting that like in the mag lab, there are several divisions, right, that lead different kind of like you have NMR, you have EPR, electromagnetic resonance, you have nuclear magnetic resonance, you have DC field, you have ion cyclotron resonance, right? And the interesting thing was that I think NMR is always chaired. The director of that facility is always a chemist. Right, so NMR is, I think, just much more useful for chemists.
Yeah, it makes sense. For those of you that aren't familiar, NMR, it's nuclear magnetic resonance. It's basically MRI, but for molecules. And so you're like trying to image what the structure of the molecule is and how the atoms interact.
Thank you for. Oh, that's actually good because you should tell about that, right? Because I assume people know everything because I assume I know everything, which is not true.
Yeah.
I like to assume things.
Well, we get a fun balance of guests. I mean, every thing from biologists to, economists, geographers. Yeah.
Should get Jeff to play.
The Jaded Lesbian. Hello, small name change. I need to lurk. Please lurk away. It's a pleasure to have you. We should probably do a prediction. We're a half hour in. So which one of these do you want to do?
Anyone, you choose. I mean, you want to do a coin? Just go from the bottom.
Go from the bottom?
Yeah.
All right. We are going to start.
Switched up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you are not following, click the follow button right now. Get your standard internet units, which is essentially made up channel points that do nothing for no one except you can buy things like take a drink or request a factoid if you earn your points. But we're going to pop up a prediction right now, which we use to do science questions. We basically say we're going to give you two options, true or false, greater than, less than, two different options, and then pick your answer either based on what you know or what you know about Mike or what your guess is going to be. And yeah, you can gamble as many of those prediction points as you want. But note that you are on Ask a Scientist Gaming honor code. You cannot use Google. You have to answer with your own set of knowledge.
Yep. Don't cheat.
So I'm gonna throw a prediction up there right now. So there it is. If look at the top of chat, you can click the predict button and make your prediction. Are copper and gold the only colored metals? And so by this case, we're not talking about silver as a color, but like reflective as a color, but actually a different color.
Not gray.
Not gray.
Metallic.
Not gray. Are they not metallic, not gray? Are copper and gold the only colored metals? I guess this shouldn't be true or false, or it should be yes or no. It's
right.
It's a fun question. So we've given all the information we need, right?
You should work on it.
Yeah.
Optical stuff.
Don't give away too much. I do love opticals. There we go.
You gotta get correct answers. I mean,
Also, it's fun here. You can see who bets what and how much they spend on it, and it actually pays out based on the odds. Yep.
So you getting the winner in the end?
Yeah.
What do they get?
So they bet channel points, which is essentially a thing right here. They have a certain amount for watching and for following, and they can gamble those on.
So just moral satisfaction to win?
Yep, pretty much. But they can also request a factoid or take a drink.
Okay.
I was thinking about adding one that was like 10,000 points for us to take a shot of something, like a shot of tequila or something.
Oh, those will be.
Yeah.
You'll have to keep stuff on tap. Kind of.
Yep.
Oh wow, Oh, some long distance accuracy.
Do you guys get a lot of homework questions here, especially for inorganic chemistry? No, we do not, because specifically in the channel rules, I said no homework questions. And that's mostly because I don't want to have my guests do boring answers to homework questions. Don't get me wrong, some homework questions can be awesome, like, you know, dragons burning down a wall with their breath. Yeah. But they don't necessarily have to be. All right, 10 seconds. Do your guesses now. Man. All right. Are copper and gold the only colored metals? Mike, what's your answer?
Well, no.
What do we have? Answer is false.
This is false.
Why is that?
Because they are the only colored metallic elements.
Yep.
Okay, so the elements are when you have only one type of atoms, but you have a lot of alloys, intermetallic compounds that can be colored. Right? There are like nitrides where you combine metals with a little bit of nitrogen, they get very cool colors. Right? You can also, you can make pink gold. Right? That's basically you taking gold and you're adding some copper, I guess, or something like that. You basically can create alloys with a lot of different shades and stuff, right? So metals have very cool properties. So they have a lot of electrons that run around at high speed, and so it creates all kind of relativistic effects. And so that could lead to a situation where metals can actually reflect colors of visible spectrum, and you'll see as a result colored metal.
Yeah. So Twitcher, by metals, I assumed pure elements, and that's how Mike got you. He knew that. It wasn't a trick question, but it is embedded in your assumption in the question was what the definition of metal was.
Exactly.
And metal is not pure elements. Metal is any mixture that
anything metallic that conducts
material.
Right?
Yep. So it's very...
like you have bronze, right? Bronze is a metal, but it's not a pure metal.
Yep.
And it's colored metal, right? But it's not copper. It's not gold. So.
Chem Spider, thank you for the follow. Welcome again to the stream. If you guys have questions, throw them in chat. We are happy to answer them. But that was a fun. What inspired that question? Is that an undergrad inorganic question you asked? Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought you gave me this difficult task, so actually to sit down and think about something that would be like interesting and just from a general perspective.
Yeah.
Because if I started asking things about magnets here, that'll be ridiculous. Well, I want something kind of a general idea. I mean, it's kind of interesting.
I mean, you saw Ryan Baumbach's questions, right? Did you look at those? There were some fun ones in there.
These were fun.
Yeah, but these are kind of hard because Sarah Hart had a bunch last. I don't know if you saw any of her predictions.
I did, but
she thought she was gonna like trick people or they wouldn't know the answer, but they got almost every one of her questions right.
Okay.
And it was things like which one has a stronger genetic correlation, where you live, or what religion you are. Stuff like that. And so it was pretty fun.
There's got to be a secret here. Okay, well, I'll look for it. That's what I'm gonna do. There's got to be. There's like eight empty rooms. You must have something here that's opening, right?
Dunstable Ramsey. My boyfriend said he likes restraints, so I showed him my NMR textbook. Oh, nerd humor. Well done. Nailed it. Jaded lesbian. I know the correct answer, but I won't say it. That's fair. Looks like you got it right anyway, so congratulations on those of you that got your standard internet units.
So some people said no, right? I guess. Well, it's like there are only two answers.
Yeah.
That's an easy multiple choice.
Yeah. Well, but this one's game theory because they can bet different amounts depending on how certain they are. So
So somebody bet a lot, I guess. Right?
Yeah.
That's a pretty easy question.
The highest payout you can get, like, I think we've had 128 to 1 payout where one person bet the opposite of the trend. So kind of fun. But yeah.
Right now I'm doing something very stupid. I'm just scratching the walls.
Do you want me to look up the map?
No.
No?
I'm gonna scratch them.
So for those of you not familiar with the original Wolfenstein 3D, there was no map. And so you basically just follow the wall until you find the exit. And some of these got very, very complex. Now you can Google and you can find level 2 map. You can find it right away. But back in the day, in 1992.
Yeah, now with Google you can find everything for sure.
Yeah.
You can find all the keys,
yep,
all secret doors, everything. That's the advantage of enlightenment that we have from the internet.
Knowledge.
I'm getting better at this. I haven't played in a long time.
Yeah, no, it's coming right back.
Yeah, but like,
Alcohol probably helped.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
To relax.
Increases your devotion.
Yeah. Well, whenever I'm speedrunning video games, which can be very stressful if you're trying to do it competitively, just a little alcohol chills you out. And they have no rules on performance-enhancing drugs. So, perfectly legal.
Back up, they're gonna kill me. Oh, bastards. All right. Okay, I wasn't prepared for this one. Okay. All right. So how are you doing there?
I'm doing good.
Right.
Glass and a half in.
You want to play? Are you bored? No?
No,
Okay.
no, I'm good. I enjoy I watched the chat. Secret room behind the Hitler portrait, an evil lair classic. Yeah, exactly.
No, it's not always there. It could be pretty well hidden sometimes. Like you can go around, push on all these flags and get Hitler portraits, but sometimes it could be like in a very unconspicuous place. There's not like much logic to this really. I was trying to figure it out. It's that's why you need the maps. If you know the maps, then it helps. Because you can spend a lot of time. So, this will be a good place to have a secret door. No, not here. There's only one lonely Nazi. Right.
Uncle Bill's upset.
Look at that guy.
I mean, most people guessed this right or decided this right. So you bet 1,000 and only won 33 because no one bet the wrong answer.
Everybody got it right? Because it's like obvious question.
Well, it's some things that feel obvious. You know how this works.
It's obviously people who don't know because they will say, "Oh yeah, for sure." Why would they ask if it's a logic question, right?
Yeah.
You have a question that's like basically test taking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just must be something there.
No, there's definitely some meta information that they try to analyze.
Yeah.
All right, so Turbo the Jaded Lesbian. I have a question for him. How did he decide to pursue a PhD? Was he asked to get it or did he want it for his career? I asked because my wife got her PhD in bioengineering because of work, while I got mine because of love.
Yeah, like my grandma was asking me what I was going to do. I told her I'm gonna work on a farm, and then she told me I should go study. I'm kidding, but I was kidding when I told her. I did tell her that I was going to go work on the farm, and she said, "No, you have to go study." I was like, "Well, there's nothing wrong with working on the farm," but she was very serious about that. She told me I have to study. But to be honest, like I don't know. It's like I just liked my undergrad, It's kind of I want to do research, and so I liked that, and I thought like, well, I want to stay here, and continue and get PhD, right? And then we'll see how it goes. And then when I was a postdoc, I was still kind of considering should I go to industry or academia. And then I figured I really like teaching and like talking to students, interacting with students. And my first postdoc advisor, told me like, well, it's like you should definitely do academic career, right? Given what your interests are. So yeah, it wasn't a very hard decision for me to get a PhD and then to go to academic job. It was kind of pretty straightforward. It does take a lot of devotion and commitment to do it really well. So it's it was tough, right, Ken? I mean, you'd say
no. It's graduate school is emotionally trying. It's hard on everyone.
Yeah.
Even if you're brilliant, even if stuff works, like it's tough.
Yeah, it's 5 years. Just you have to have pretty strong commitment, focus. It's but it's very rewarding, I think, in the end. Like if you like research, that's what you want to do.
Yep.
And then you can decide, do you want to go to industry? Basically, my point is like if you get PhD, quality PhD, you can do a lot of things, right? Then it's up to you to decide what you want to pursue. So yeah, I just kind of doing undergraduate in research. That's really what pushed me to PhD, to answer your question more directly.
Yeah. All right, Witcher344 wants to know, what do you think of the future academic research considering big company is also going into fundamental research, specifically the field of quantum technologies?
I don't think they're going that much into fundamental research, actually. I think what you will see, right now they do, but we've seen this many times, companies invest heavily into upcoming technologies, but once they develop, let's say, right now, silicon is the best thing for quantum computers, right? The field is very open right now because other things could work, right? Maybe superconducting qubits will work, right? Maybe something else. But the thing is that once they find the thing that works, most of them will leave the fundamental, will go to implementation, right? And and development of devices, right? Because then that's what makes you money. So we've seen this with solar cells, right? Right now, how many companies really like invest in fundamental solar cell research?
Yeah, very few.
Yeah. So, and this happens the same with superconductors. So it's a pretty common thing. Whenever you see new technology, you'll see very intensive investment from companies, into something that's upcoming. But with time, it will just be replaced with academics doing possible improvements or possibly breakthroughs with other materials, right? But companies usually will not spend lots of money on that. So I would bet that still more companies spend money on silicon solar cells than on any other type. Would you say that? Or?
I think that's universally true across. Yeah. I mean, one thing to note about that question too is fundamental research has varying definitions depending on your level of abstraction.
Yeah.
Like the fundamental research for quantum computing happened 50 years ago, right? Cool. And that's a lot of that foundational knowledge was built before anyone even thought it was useful. And so I'd argue fundamental research at its heart should be something that we don't know what the application is, but it might be worth something. Like It's on the edge of sci-fi fantasy. And so quantum computing, I think it's gone beyond that to maybe this is actually applicable, where IBM and Google are trying to make actual computers. So
that's right. Well, now we have the computers, right? So you can actually you can use quantum computers. There are quantum computers, right, where you can there are hubs, right, that you can apply for time and actually run calculations. Yep. And if you can get some results, right? Not very impressive, but you can try. And those basically the reason they do this, right? They want to see what people run and optimize systems and keep developing.
Well, the other thing I'd argue too is that the companies doing fundamental research is not necessarily a new thing. Like the first transistor came out of companies, right? And that was fundamental sci-fi thinking at the time. But I mean, worth a Nobel Prize, worth a major breakthrough. But there are, I mean, all those companies have small R&D contingents doing things for fun, doing things for interest. So it's definitely a balance. Goofy Snail. Oh, wow, it's a full FSU and party in here? Well, at least me and Mike, but we are always the party. But welcome, Goofy Snail. First time chat. Thank you for joining us. If you're not following, click the follow button. We'll spend internet points on some science questions later. But for now, if you have questions, feel free to throw them in chat, and Mike is happy to answer. There it is.
Look at that. I'm going to get a lot of ammo. Sometimes you can push them further, right? You can maybe something's here. But I think not on these levels, but sometimes you get multiple
later levels,
secret levels inside one secret level. All right, I don't remember when I entered, but I think I entered from there. Okay.
Find the body.
Wine's good.
There you go.
I need machine gun.
You know the keys.
I know, but I'm trying to stay honest here.
Mike is playing as a video game purist right now. He does not want to cheat. Most of our guests cheat excessively. Nice.
There you go.
Look at that.
Eat that.
That was veteran. All right. Unstable Ramsey wants to know, a question for the scientists. That's you, Mike. Do you ever experience scientists' equivalent of writer's block, where the creativity and problem-solving capacity doesn't seem to be there? How do you deal with this?
Absolutely, right? Even in terms of writing. Remember that if you're a scientist, you're kind of, I don't know, professional writer, but you're a semi-professional writer. You have to write well. You can be, brilliant scientist, but if you cannot convey your thoughts on paper, you're not going to get far.
It's
right?
like 70% of our job.
Right. We write a lot.
Yeah.
So there is writer's block in direct sense, right? Sometimes it's just I just cannot do this, right? But there's also, I guess, creativity block. It happens for sure. You can get exhausted, right? You do have to decompress. That's what we're doing right now. So tomorrow my writing will be up dramatically. But the quality, I mean.
Yeah.
Not the quantity. But really, one thing I found, so I read a book, I don't remember what was the name of that, kind of a book on persistence and how you get, it's not, I didn't really, I can't remember the name. Maybe The Art of War, I can't remember what it was. But it was an interesting book, basically, by the writer talking about, how you write, how you go and force yourself to write. I don't agree completely with what he was saying, but one thing he said kind of resonated with me, because I felt most of the time he was complaining about his difficult life. It was remarkable.
Mein Leben.
Yeah, so basically what he was saying, right, is if you really want to get the work done, right? Writing is like just work. And the same thing is science, right? Creative research is also work. You have to work on that, right? So if you just walk around and you say like, well, I'm not in the mood, it's not coming to me. I mean, you really have to sit down and start thinking, right? And it takes time. You have to start looking at things, thinking through, and then you start developing. Sometimes I cannot write, right? But I will sit and doodle on the paper on the keyboard for half an hour, maybe an hour, and then eventually start spurring. Mm-hmm. So sometimes it might just start right away, but sometimes it might take me some time to sit around, like play with words until I start really getting things written. So it changes, right? But I think you do experience that. But I would say one of the ways to overcome this is just to do the work, mm-hmm. right? Not necessarily like if you just can't do it, you have to rest. But if you feel well rested, but you just don't feel like you can write something, that just takes time, or you can create something, just takes time.
Yeah, the creativity writer's block is very real, or creativity block. I mean, usually you just have to walk away from a problem.
Yeah.
Think about something else, go on a bike ride, take a shower. That's when it's going to hit you.
Yeah, switch what you're doing. That's what's very important.
Like banging your head into the wall is not going to solve your... Wow, he mowed you down.
Yeah,
that was brutal. But yeah, it definitely happens. The other thing is, I mean, when you're trying to come up with truly unique ideas, read a paper unrelated to your research. Like something not too far off, but far off enough that you don't know the subject matter at all. Because that can really inspire you to think about problems differently, or make you think about another domain of research. Like Mike has pulled me into this world of this quantum information sciences just from, our interactions. And it's been fun to like learn and try to come up with things and how we can apply them. Yeah, creativity is hard. That's one thing, like I had like friends that were art majors in undergrad, and we have a very insular view of here's science and here's art, and they're disparate things. But I mean, creativity is creativity. Like you have rules in art, you have limitations to your materials, but you have the same thing in the sciences, right? And it's just you try to combine things that are seemingly disparate into one thing, and you get a new idea, and that's creativity.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, Goofy Snail. I'm 4/5 of the way through my PhD. That's optimistic.
That's a very accurate statement.
Yeah, I still have a lot of research to do, and my PI has been super clear on. My PI hasn't been super clear on when I should apply for jobs. When is a good time to start sending out CVs? This is for industry jobs, presumably.
Yeah, I would say doesn't hurt to start early, but remember also appreciate how much your case will strengthen, right? If you send it late, right? So you need to figure it out. So I guess I would say 1 year before you defend is a reasonable time. Don't delay it for too long.
Yeah. Well, for postdocs, that's a good window. Industry jobs, they typically want you to start sooner than that, right?
Yeah, but industry sometimes takes a while to get interviewed.
Yeah.
And remember, the thing is, like, if you find your dream job, sometimes you can discuss with your advisor, hey, can I finish earlier, right? Or you can maybe talk to industry, hey, can I defray by half a year? If you're really good, they will wait for you, right? So that's the thing. And but another thing, even if you don't take the job, right, it gives you time to interview, right, to get experience. So I think it's also good in that sense, right? Just look for a job, maybe like, what do you say? Well, at least a year before you defend, right? Because it gives you some experience, right? Get your feet wet and just try it. So I think it's.
And if nothing else, you might get on their list of potential candidates for the future, right? Then that's one of my graduates now is kind of in that position. He basically got a pseudo offer like 9 months ago, but he couldn't take it because he had to wrap up his work. But he's since followed up. But I mean, the other thing, a year ahead of time, you can start just watching and find if your ideal one comes up, apply for it. But like in fall of the year you're graduating, that May, apply to like 30 of them, because you're going to have to ramp up your efforts quite a bit as your deadline approaches. When's a good time to start sending out CVs?
Yeah, another thing is like when I was applying for academic jobs, right? I remember my friend told me I had like a pretty kind of limited number of schools I want to apply for, right? And he said, "Well, put more schools." I was like, "Well, I'm not that interested in these ones." said, doesn't matter. First of all, you don't know how it is in those schools.
Yeah.
And second thing, you might find that, that they might be interesting to you. You'll meet new people. You'll interview. You'll get more experience. I thought it was very good advice in hindsight.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, I was glad I did it. Yes, I would tell like one school where I didn't apply. I did become very interested in when I visited them, right? And then FSU was my dream job.
Yeah.
But I really want actually to come here, and I almost missed an ad from FSU.
Really?
Yeah, I stopped looking for ads, but I still had like reminder or some like emails from Science magazine or something. And one day after, I haven't applied for anything for a month or so. I saw this ad from FSU. I was like, oh, I should apply for this.
So Debbie's the one that actually found
Cool.
my FSU, because mine was weird, right? It wasn't the normal hiring; it was the energy and materials.
So you owe her your job.
I do owe her my job, and FSU for me it ended up being my ideal scenario.
Yeah, cool.
And it was one of those things. My perception before coming here wasn't the same after
Yep.
visiting. It's a very different. Like when you see our shared user facilities. Speaking of which,
Right.
we should give every one of our guest speakers a tour of facilities. Because it's good.
Yeah.
Like you saw Brent. Like
Brent,
he,
it was good.
he was impressed by it. It's most universities don't have what we have.
Man, stop putting dogs at me. I cannot shoot dogs. It's so bad. So yeah, I mean, it's I knew FSU because I came here to the Mag Lab when I was a postdoc. So I knew the town. And kind of when I saw the ad, I was like, oh, great, I want to come here. So it was, and luckily, I interviewed and they, for some reason, accepted me. So
Exactly. Being on the other side, I have no idea why any of us got hired. Faithful Fairy followed up. I'd say within a year of graduation, start applying. Bigger companies can take 1 month of screening alone, but smaller companies rather want people to work quick. Within 6 months, you can start seriously applying. My friend took 2 to 6 months to get an offer.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, that seems reasonable.
Yeah, I recommend applying, like early enough. Again, you get experience, and if you get some remarkable offer, then like I'm sure if you have good relations with your PhD advisor, they'll understand and they'll arrange for you. I had 2 students who wanted to leave like a semester earlier than I planned.
Mm-hmm.
We just worked things out. We rushed their PhD, pushed it in faster, or in one case, in another case, student just took 2 credits and defended while she was already working, right? So Julie, right?
Yeah.
So it's definitely you can solve these problems because we all understand that jobs are important, right? School is school, but if you want to find a job, that requires your degree, right? So they will want for you to finish your PhD, right? So they don't want you to just quit everything.
And I'd recommend not relying on your advisor to tell you when it's time, because it's not that they don't care, they don't want you to get a job. It's that they have a lot of stuff going on.
That's right.
And honestly, it's so easy to lose track of it. When you have 6 or so students, you're like, when should you be applying? You kind of got to take your own future by the reins in that case.
That's right.
But talk to them about it. They're going to be reasonable for the most part. If they're not, you chose the wrong advisor. I'm sorry. No changing back on that.
It's better to start early. One more thing about this, right? And find a job, then end up with your PhD and without a job, right?
Yeah, that's
So
true.
basically start early. Diversify, apply for more jobs, not just one thing. Try to diversify your applications, and that helps as well.
Witcher344 wants to comment. Your shooting skills are improving.
I know. I'm working on them. I'm too involved in this answering your questions, so I cannot focus. I cannot multitask. I don't believe in multitasking. And look, we're drinking wine here, which is also a lot of work, right? So,
Yeah, for those of you guys that haven't experienced this, I'd recommend picking up a video game and trying to like talk science or teach a
give
lecture or
reasonable
something.
answers.
Yeah.
like when I play something, my wife would come and ask me some things. I'd be like, exactly. It's useless because she'd be like, that's why she hates when I play games. That's why I don't play games.
Yep.
Because that leads to domestic conflicts.
Yep. Exactly.
I'd rather go and cut some grass.
That's amazing.
I'm exaggerating.
But no, now Wolfenstein's back in your life. So.
That's right. It came back in big way. So
Yeah.
first thing she told me that I should turn off the sound.
Why? Oh, because the yells. And they're yelling in German.
Yeah.
I saw a video. Yeah. Mein Leben. My life. I want my dying words to be my life. Mein Leben. That's really fun. All right, we're at 9 o'clock. Anyone just joining us? Today's guest is Dr. Mike Shatruck. He's an expert in magnetic materials, in particular molecular magnets, as well as spin qubits, as well as magnetic refrigeration. If you guys have any questions about that or inorganic chemistry or even Wolfenstein 3D, More Shame is happy to answer those questions. The wine is the magical ingredient. Absolutely. It does.
More shame now.
More shame. I don't know. You got farther that time.
Can I play daddy so I can just shoot them and talk?
Yeah, no, you don't need to be a hero.
We don't need to be heroes. We just need to get through this.
Have fun. We are here to have fun. I think arguably having fun is more important.
Let's go to a different level. We can quickly pass this one on the lowest level. Sorry guys, I'm checking out to Can I Play Daddy. That's my level.
Thing about these early games is they insult you.
Yeah.
when you're signing up for difficulty as well as if you try to quit. Yeah.
Yeah, then don't mess around with you.
Do either of you play any games from the past several years like PS2, Xbox, and beyond?
No, I don't play at all.
Mike does not. I do.
You play.
I played a lot of Mario Maker 2 on the Switch. That was my major return. I've also played basically every generation of Halo games that have come out since 2001. And so I have Halo Infinite right now that I'm playing occasionally. I got it over Christmas and still haven't beaten it yet. And also my wife and I play It Takes Two, which is a really fun recent two-person strategy game. If our guests cancel, actually my wife joins me on stream and we play it. So keep a lookout for those occasionally. But I also play a lot of old-ass games and speedrun them. So
yeah, I told my students today, I play Civilization. Once like every 2 years or so. I have this bout usually around Christmas time when you stay at home.
Yeah.
And I'll like disappear for 2 days and nobody will touch me. And then just like I have 2 days of Civilization with like 6 hours sleep in between. And that's enough to conquer the world. And then I go back to my normal self and just live the life.
I offered for Mike to play Civilization on stream, and your answer was it was too involved or something.
Too involved. Yeah,
like
I'm just
Mike
going too deep into that, so it's
can't answer anything.
It's getting dark now. So Wolfenstein is the last dark game for me.
Yeah.
Civilization. I get serious about this.
That's awesome. Chem Spider, Mario Maker. Yes, I love Mario Maker too. Like I love like the super expert Kaizo levels, shell jumps. They have taken Mario to another level. I absolutely love it.
Ken's very good at games. Seriously,
I
at all. Like even like table games, arcades, everything. Whatever I played with him, he rules.
Yeah, I didn't get good at a lot of things, but hobbies like ping pong, foosball, darts, video games. So I enjoyed them a lot.
There you go. I know this one. This one I already remember.
Yeah, this is the same one.
And I get my machine gun. Yeah. Now we talk.
I like it.
There you go. That's it. No trouble anymore. Easy level for us. We should do like predictions, or we have more factoids or whatever.
Yeah.
We're falling behind. Look, it's.
Well, how many do we have?
Ken, you need to get serious
2,
here.
3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Which prediction do you want to do?
Okay. Well, why don't you pick some? Because the last one I said, just automatic. Let's just keep walking. Let's take one from the top now.
All right.
Oh no, wait. Let's take one personal. Let's do that.
Let's do the personal one. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good.
This is a fun one. So this one you guys can't necessarily know. I guess if your students are in chat, they might.
Oh no, they won't. Unless they read my interview for FSU. I will not tell where because they will find it. They will cheat.
They're on the honor code. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you are not following us, click the follow button, get your 300 standard and energy units, as well as you get units from watching the stream. But you can gamble them on predictions, which is usually used for gameplay predictions and things like that. Witcher, thank you for the follow. Enjoy your standard internet units. You will be able to gamble them in about a second. But yeah, you can use these standard internet units for requesting a factoid, or how many do we have?
How many people?
10? About 15 after it updates.
Very good.
Yeah. So we're going to put up a prediction right now, and you'll be able to make a decision. So this one is not a science question. This is a question about our guest. The question is, how many countries has Mike Shatruck visited in his lifetime?
Oh, you did that one.
And so the answer is greater than 40, less than 40. How many countries has Mike visited? And those of you that don't know Mike, this is kind of an unfair question, but it's fun to answer nonetheless. If you're not confident, only bet a little bit. If you are confident, bet a lot.
It's a predictions, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Is it greater than 40 or less than 40? Again, a little bit of an unfair question, but
I don't remember, so Ken knows the answer.
I do know the answer.
I counted and I gave you the number, but I don't actually remember.
Yeah,
So that's a good question, even for me.
it is a good question. We'll see. You guys have about 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Okay,
What do you know
fantastic.
about Mike from your time with Mike playing Wolfenstein? What does that tell you about how many countries he's been to? I'll give you a hint.
Well,
he's in the U.S. right now. And
Germany, for sure.
He has at least an accent. so I'm going to say the answer is at least 2. I'm going to say he's been to Canada.
That's a good
Canada
logic.
too. 3.
I've been to Canada, yeah.
At least 3. Oh man, this is lopsided. Everyone's saying greater than 40. Is anyone going to dark horse this and go against the grain? It's usually worthwhile to bet something on the opposite answer. But we'll see. Bet your internet points. You have about 30 seconds left. How many countries has Mike Shatruck been to? Greater than 40, less than 40. Put your predictions in there right now. The personal questions are kind of fun.
Yeah.
Like
I guess.
Justin Kennemore his was when he was playing Little League as a 9-year-old. Did he lead the team or lead the
Oh,
league
that's a
in
good one. I should have done all
base
of those.
steals or home runs?
We can add more questions. We run out.
Yeah, we can come up with. Oh, 15 seconds left. Anyone? Someone bet a bit against the grain. Where's Reese's Pieces when you need a dark horse bet?
Look, kill ratio, 100%. Yeah.
Wow, I did not expect this outcome. So
Everybody said more than 40.
everyone said more than 40, and the answer is actually less
That's
than
why
40.
your it was a very good catch. People
So-
usually tend to go up, right?
Yep. So the answer was 36. That's what you sent me.
All right.
So Mike has been to 36 countries. That is still a shitload of countries.
Yeah, it's a lot. We need to increase that number. So.
Yeah.
But anytime soon, it's stupid.
I mean, but you had an awesome strategy when you and your wife were long distance, where you just
Yeah, we traveled
Yeah.
to meet somewhere. That's true. Yeah, that half of them were during that time for sure.
I mean, and also science has taken you various
Yeah,
different
that's
places.
a lot of that science, right? So you go to here and there. Like I'm looking forward to my India trip in December. I'm dreading the travel because I have like switch planes and trains and cabs and stuff. That's gonna be fun. So that's gonna be number 37. I guess.
37. Yeah, like my first time getting on an airplane was to go to an REU program.
Wow.
Yeah, that was my first flight.
Well, I mean, yeah, we don't fly a lot when you get to undergrads in general, right? Most of us don't.
I mean, I grew up like poor, like there was no family
Yeah.
trips or anything, but it was science that flew me. And then my first time leaving the country was to Lindau, Germany for the meeting of Nobel laureates.
Well, you know, like when I was a kid, the first time I flew once when I was a kid, right, on a plane, and then the second time I flew was to the United States. Think about that, right?
Yeah. And that was for undergrad.
For undergrad exchange.
Yeah.
When I played Wolfenstein, I little I knew, that I was flying to play Wolfenstein most of the time.
No, it's great. It brought you full circle to here.
Yeah, it opened my eyes.
Yeah. You have peaked. Your life is downhill from here.
That's right.
It's starting your scientific career. This is now the end.
Nothing good happened afterwards. Yeah. Nothing better.
Yeah.
Oh, let's get this guy down. Boom, boom, boom.
That's awesome. All right. If anyone has questions, throw them in chat. If not, I will ask some. So correct me if I'm wrong. You're teaching kitchen chemistry right now.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like a fun
Basically,
class. Is it
General
fun?
chemistry. Well, I would like to make it more fun, because I think I will keep working on that if our department wants me to keep teaching that. Because I want to keep developing that class, and get really have more demos, more stuff. It's for liberal arts majors, for non-science majors, and I'm just trying to teach kind of chemistry through everyday experiences in the kitchen. Not necessarily only kitchen, but I call it kitchen chemistry. So I tell students at the very beginning, right? It's not like we're not just like cooking stuff in this class. That's not what we're really doing. A cool thing would be to have a lab for that class.
Oh yeah,
Right?
yeah,
Where you actually will use kitchen
yeah,
and do like some chemistry experiments. That would be really neat.
yeah. Like
So,
the molecular gastronomy stuff.
Yeah, kind of. Right? You could do the lab of that sort. So if
Yeah.
you could at some point, because I think those guys still need a lab course, right? So that'd be ideal development. I just don't have bandwidth to do all those things, but it could be a neat thing if we could assign some grad student as assignment first semester to work on that. And then I think it'll be neat to have that course fully developed. But we basically talk about what happens in the kitchen. You study kind of acids, bases, solutions. You study basically Gen Chem, atoms, molecules, but you do all that through the prism of your whatever you see in your kitchen. Right, so that's what we do.
That's pretty fun. Did you teach a science of art or chemistry of art
Yeah,
overseas?
chemistry of art is another course. Yeah. So I teach it I taught at FSU, kind of when we were on a remote mode, I think. But I teach it in Valencia and as well as kitchen chemistry. I actually create them both for Valencia, for international programs. FSU has international programs for undergrads. And so I teach it in Valencia. It's more fun to teach there because you can take students to museums and just interesting, different culture, so it's different experience.
Well, they have history.
Yeah, they have a lot of history.
The U.S. we lack. I mean, we have history, but it's not
history.
old history, right?
Yeah.
It's. I mean,
You have less of it, right?
Florida's 150 years of
Yeah,
history.
you would say it's less diverse, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
probably still very interesting. It's less diverse in terms of
Yeah.
the number of different nations and countries, especially Spain. Like you had so many people going through, and yeah, it's interesting.
I guess that's an unfair critique because the Seminole tribe has been here for
Long time.
hundreds and hundreds of years. So,
But you know how many things we missed, right? Because a lot of things were destroyed. So like you realize there are tons of pyramids around North America that got
yeah,
plundered basically and destroyed.
yeah, no, that's very true. So you have to go to Mexico.
Yeah, you see a very different picture.
All right. If anyone has questions for Dr. Mike Shatruck, throw them in chat. If not, I am happy
We'll
to
keep
answer.
dealing with factoids.
Here's the here's one of our favorites to ask. What is the biggest mistake or accident you've seen in lab?
Biggest mistake or the accident I've seen.
Yep. Or experienced or
So I didn't experience directly because I was away from the lab. It wasn't a mistake, but it was an accident. So I want to make one compound. I still want to make Shatruck, our organic chemist, and I found the only way I found to make it in the literature was, to get in the pressure autoclave and heat it. But
yeah.
I expected it might blow up. It was like 240 degrees. I think it was like ethylene diamine. That's pretty high pressure. And I did it also in the closed container, and I put a screen in front, and so I left it. It was supposed to go for 72 hours, and so it was fine for the first 2 days. And I went home. I came back next morning, and I saw just the entire hood was just obliterated, and all these pieces of polymerized gunk, sticking from the walls, from the ceiling, from everywhere. It was horrible. And so I basically it was bad, but it wasn't a mistake. It was just accident, right? It knocked off everything, inside the hood, lights, so probably was pretty loud, but it happened obviously at night. But then I can tell you, really bad accident. I saw the aftermath of that, so it wasn't in the lab. So it was when I was a postdoc at Texas A&M. All these things happened. Everything big happens in Texas, right? So and so the accident we had was crazy. So it was an organic lab, right? I walked to work. I lived like 40 minutes away, and sometimes I walked when the weather was chillier, in winter. And so I was walking to work, and my buddy calls me. He's like, "If you're on your way, you can stop and go back." And I was asking, "What happened?" He's like, "Well, pretty much like FBI is on their way. Like everything shut down. Liquid nitrogen tank blew up in one lab." And so there was organic lab that had a liquid nitrogen tank. They didn't use it a lot. Somebody was annoyed because it was given some noise, and so they blocked that noise with something.
Oh no!
Obviously, that was the pressure release valve.
Oh my god!
It got slightly corroded when it was whistling, and so some students blocked that valve. And what happened then, of course, right? That's great.
Nice.
Yeah. So what happened? It blew up. It built pressure. Now the crazy aftermath of this, it destroyed all the tiles around the tank. Right? Knock off all the chemicals of the shell. Blew a hole upstairs, like 5 foot, or like 10, I don't know, a huge hole upstairs.
Oh my God.
The windows outside, the window frame got totally like messed up and like bent out of shape. And so yeah, they closed the entire building. Basically, that was the 3rd floor. The 2nd and 4th floor got damaged as well.
Oh
it was
my God.
crazy. And so FBI was there for like a week. The entire wing was closed. Like we couldn't go there. So that is nuts.
Holy.
So safety in the lab is kind of important. Something's whistling.
Figure out what
block
it is.
Maybe it's whistling for the reason, you know.
Yeah. Holy crap.
Chemical lab is loud. It's annoying, but you can't do things that are not supposed to be done. But that was really bad. That was the biggest thing I've ever seen. It was pretty dramatic.
I mean, so I guess that might answer my next question. What's the most expensive mistake?
That was
probably
well,
it.
the most expensive. You talk in the lab or in general. The most expensive, you know, is when NASA lost that satellite
Yeah, that's true.
because they messed up pounds
Yeah.
and what was the other thing? Kilograms, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
It's
so
a
that was-
conversion issue. Yep.
You can tell them about the story. You know.
I don't know that full story.
Oh no! So
I-
basically, they just send the command to this orbiter, Mars orbiter, right? It was supposed to like look at Mars, like get all these tons of new data. And it was like, I think it was like $400 million project. And somebody sent the command in pounds per square inch instead of kilograms, pounds per something instead of kilograms per something. I forgot what it was. Pounds per second instead of kilos per second. But of course, no. NASA uses SI units. And
Yep.
so I have no idea why those guys did pounds, right? So something got messed up, but there was like investigation that established that was just basically using non-SI units.
and that was
And
enough.
if you guys are future scientists or future politicians, I beg you to change our society to kilograms,
To metric.
meters,
Yeah.
centigrade. Like you have to do things the way everything, the other world does. It's
Yeah,
just
you know, the
easy.
developed world.
We are developed. That's the crazy, right? We are super developed country actually, and you know we're using this obsolete.
Yeah.
See how we're just looking for some secrets.
Yep.
We're using these obsolete units, right? It's like Fahrenheit.
No, I know. Trust me, I know.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
What's that about?
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
that's
From a
what it is.
distance.
Not coming.
Well done.
I'm just doing.
Could be worse, like
Yeah.
mixed units in Canada or the UK.
Yeah. Yeah. That's also bad.
Yeah.
No, but that was the expensive mistake, right? So they basically it lost the orbit and just got lost, right? It's like you can read about this. No, type Mars orbiter wrong units, and you'll find it immediately in Google. It's an insane mistake. It's like it's so expensive. It's true. It's what happened. It's official report of it.
Yeah. Ooh, Chem Spider has a fun one. Do you have a favorite class to teach, either graduate or undergraduate?
I love teaching chemistry and art. It's just so cool. I like teaching kitchen chemistry, but I didn't get fully into that yet because I haven't developed yet, completely. But also I know quite a few of things there, but I like art, and so I like teaching that course. Like just a lot of interesting things you come across. I kind of like those courses. I know it's hard. It's really hard question. Inorganic, probably don't like teaching that much. I mean, I like teaching all classes, but it's not as much fun because I know it very well and kind of I don't really discover much new for myself. So I like teaching courses where I really need to prepare
Yeah.
classes and learn and for myself because then you develop. I love teaching those courses.
I told my class today I want to get forced to teach biochemistry.
Yeah.
Like that's the only way I'm going to learn it is if I'm
Well, I
forced
remember
to
in the
teach
faculty
it.
meeting once I said that anybody should be able to teach organic chemistry with 1 year notice, and organic chemists laughed at me. I bet they can teach it. It's like,
Yeah.
come on.
I mean, you won't have all the nuanced knowledge and all the
Right.
historical context,
They
but
can
like,
do a good job.
if you give me the textbook, I'm going to learn it.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
I'll learn it well enough, and I might
And I'll
not know all
probably
the
look at other
examples.
slots to solidify my delivery and everything, right? Ken can teach all of that, right? Because he's physical, organic, inorganic, everywhere. So it's like, but yeah, everybody should be able, every professional chemist should be able to teach chemical subject with sufficient, at least a year of preparation is more than enough.
I mean, if you have a solid Gen Chem foundation, all of it builds from there, you can do it.
Yeah,
Like
well-
biochem is a lot of thermodynamics and kinetics with specific nomenclature and names and species. Like yeah.
Yeah, when I was a grad student, my girlfriend was teaching high school biology because she was from biology department. and I subbed for her for 3 classes. I taught biology. I was a graduate student. I think maybe I'm not smarter, but I definitely know more about teaching. So no, if I did it then, I can do it now. So I'm pretty sure.
Wait, did the school know you were substituting?
Yeah.
They were okay with it?
Oh yeah. She said like she'll be okay.
I'm all vouch for it.
Those students, they said like when she came back, they were like, "Oh, where's Mike?" She was pissed.
Ouch. Ouch. Well, I learned that somebody told me that early on is like, if you're teaching a class or whatever, pick somebody terrible to sub for you, because then you look better. So your eval will look better. It is mean.
Yeah.
So Mike, do you want to teach for, no.
What do you want to teach?
Group theory for me? No.
You do that. Oh, we all can do that. You can teach in organic, right? We all can sub each other, right? It's
Yeah. No, it really isn't. Especially just one class isn't bad.
Like actually, like when I leave and go somewhere, I still try to teach. Like I'll be going on a road right now. I told my class I teach on Zoom.
Oh, you will.
But really, the reason I do that, I trust my colleagues that they will do this, but I just don't, use their time because they're also busy.
Yeah.
And so otherwise, they would have asked. I ask sometimes, right? If, for example, they taught the course before.
Yep.
I would go and say, hey, can you do this, right? But it's
And guest lectures are an easy fill-in. Like I regularly give my transient absorption lecture for like Hanwei's class, just because it's fun little detour.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking about inviting, Christian to teach my chemistry, because right now we teach chemistry of wine and beer. We go into chemistry of wine and beer.
Yeah.
And she brews beer. So I want to invite her so she can actually talk to them about. So maybe I'm still contemplating. Maybe on Wednesday, I'll invite her. So we'll have an in-person class. Everybody has to go to class.
That's really fun.
And she will talk about actually brewing, right? She's Dutch, so she's fanatical about it.
Yeah.
She's a lot of fun to talk to.
The graduate class I just canceled. But my students haven't complained yet this semester.
Oh, they would.
They'll complain to you. Half my students are your students.
Is anybody here?
Maybe. Does any of Mike's students want to give a shout out in chat?
They hidden.
I mean, they're anonymous here. I told them.
Nobody's asking us to drink. Nobody's asking us questions.
No, that's true.
You guys are.
You get a lull sometimes.
They get quiet.
But ChemSpider has a follow-up. Do you prefer grad or undergrad classes?
I prefer grad. It's again like I'm very undecisive in those answers, but I would tell you like 2 versions of this answer. I prefer grad courses for learning something for my research, right? I prefer undergrad courses for enjoyment in terms of like talking to students, because grad students are more cynical. They're more seasoned. I think undergrad students are, I would say, more naive, more open to, to just my stupid jokes, right? And supportive in them. So it's just like, I don't know, it's different flavor. I like both. I think. But it's just different, right? Ken, what do you think?
No, I agree. But Mike, ask and you shall receive. We have 3 redeemed. Take a drink.
Oh, there you go.
Do you want to top off before we?
Yeah, let's do that. That's probably.
I'll have you pour.
You pouring?
No, you're better at pouring.
You think so? I don't know.
I'm not a regular wine drinker, so I don't trust myself. Yeah, but you have like the wrist roll technique. Oh, yeah. This guy's veteran.
I was watching too many Italian waiters. So
the connoisseur.
Yeah, that's one of those 36 countries.
Yeah.
I'm just spilling on my hands or something.
All right, Mike. Cheers. Hey, Rob, this one's for you.
The student.
Hey, Rob is my student.
All right. Yeah.
All right, Scuzzbot also has redeemed.
Where did you see the names?
So right here. Oh. Rob, Scuzzbot.
Is that Arab who just defended?
Yep. And he may have a job offer.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. I think he told me that.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, let's keep walking.
Well, we have to do at least 2 more drinks. So take a break, and then you'll sip. Scuzzbot, it will be on the way.
No worries.
How many countries? Nobody did the dark horse bet. They would have put 10 on less than 40. They would have got a...
Oh, you look at actual bets there.
Yeah. You can actually do the numbers. They would have had a 90-1 payout.
Yeah, that was...
Had they bet
that. And you should have done just looking at every... Do they see how people bet?
Yeah, they can see the numbers in real time.
Yeah, they should have just bet it,
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Reese's Pieces usually does, but I don't think they're in chat anymore. But yeah, dark horse bets. Game theory.
Yeah, where I would like to go more is, to the other side of the equator. So I was there only once. That's fix that somehow. You have to set up some exchange program with Latin America.
Yeah.
Should work.
I should work on that.
Well, we are all as a unit.
Yeah. But somebody has to do it. That's what we learned. At faculty meeting, many people have ideas, but to execute anything, somebody has to take it by the reins and just do it.
And you need money.
Yep. I mean, sometimes you need money.
Yeah.
But
initiative and funds.
And usually we take our own pet projects. Like my pet project was the website. Like that was the thing I wanted to happen, and you did the materials program. And, and some of our colleagues don't do any of that. So it goes.
That's a lot of
it is.
To do that.
It's a lot of work.
I also think like one thing I experience in academic environment that I don't like, right, is that academic environment is less likely to take risks. You would think otherwise, right? Like I'm talking not in research, but I'm talking in terms of organizational things, doing some initiatives, because I think the funds are not as abundant as in companies, all right? And so I feel like there's less risk taking, but in my opinion, like very frequently you have faculty, coming around and they're like, well, I want to do this, right? And you get, well, we don't know if we can pay for this. My view is if faculty show initiative, you should tell them, go for it, right?
Yeah.
Basically, somebody tells you, hey, I'm going to do this that I don't have to do, right? If you have initiative, support it, right? Because that's the way to get more stuff done.
Yeah.
And so
But this like defaults to inertia where we're doing things one way is a very common. And you'll have senior colleagues that say, this is the way it's done, this is the way it should be done, and it's...
Don't break it if it's not broken.
Yeah, exactly. Or if you
can't... Don't touch it if it's not broken.
Definitively show. We should do our next Cheers, Mike.
Yep.
Scuzzbot, this one's for you. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully you guys all have a drink on a Wednesday night. Cheers.
Next time I do this, we'll take tequila.
Tequila, yeah. So Dawn Carr from Sociology, she chose tequila. So we did just sipping tequila all night.
That's good.
Which I like it. I like the mixed drink because yes. Man, I was at South Carolina this weekend visiting Aaron Vanucci, and so I gave a talk there. But his wife Megan is her new hobby is making drinks. So like their house is just everything. And so I'm like, I want a Scotch drink. She did like this Scotch.
Can end up badly.
Oh yeah, no, it is a very flammable house. But she made this Scotch. It was a Scotch mezcal and like a banana liqueur. It was absolutely amazing. It is one of the best Scotch drinks I've ever had. So. Yeah, I'm all for mixed drinks. Next time you're on, let's do something fancy.
Yeah. I'm definitely coming again.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is good. I'm enjoying this.
Civilization next time?
We'll see. Maybe I'll learn some new skill. Something I should play that I've never played.
Yeah, you just bust out like an Xbox or a PlayStation 5 game.
Look, I finally got to floor 3.
Chem Spider, have you ever had a guest that had too many to drive home? So we've had... Not really. Usually they plan on it. If they plan on drinking, either my wife will give them a ride home or we'll do some kind of Uber or something like that. We also did some remote streams where we were doing via Zoom. We fed them in so they can drink whatever the hell they want at home. They just got to be competent enough to use their computer. But that's one of those things. If this channel ever got big enough where we got like enough like advertising dollars and like subscription dollars, I would gladly pay for Uber rides for every one of our guests. Like drive them here,
I can
get them drunk.
Uber ride. It's okay.
No worries. See, this is the thing about this outreach endeavor is like I ask a lot of you guys. Like I ask you to do a bio, I ask you to do predictions.
It's fun though. Like look, you entertain us for 3 hours. Like come on, let's be honest, right?
Mm-hmm.
If people tell you, oh, I'm coming here, they just entertain themselves.
Yeah. And the people that say yes to this are the ones that want to do it, right? They're not, exactly. I mean, with that said, Susan said she'd do it.
Yeah, she'll be badass. I bet. Like she's...
Yeah. I can't wait for her to just be an expert at some game.
Yeah.
Like that's the kind of dark horse Susan would be. But yeah, it's not always who you'd expect, but I mean, everyone that does it likes it and has fun with it. So,
of course.
But all right.
What's not to like? Shoot some Nazis, drink wine. It's great.
Living the dream. Talk with chat. Your students are just looming here, listening, waiting for you to say one thing wrong, and they're going to harp on you for the next.
Oh, I said that.
Because this is going to be on YouTube. They're going to be able to show
say that?
Yep. It's like assign the wrong point group to something. You'll never hear the end of it.
That 5-fold symmetry.
in the crystal
That's
lattice.
what gets you.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the Oscar episode?
Designated streamer driver would be a stream of its own. Absolutely. That would be fun. Like get scientists sufficiently drunk and then have a camera on the ride home. I like it. Uncle Bill, you are on top of your streaming game. That is
Well, I
excellent.
was here before.
Yeah.
That's all back.
Sorry, Mike. What was your question?
Well, I was like, what do you think about the Oscars episode?
Oh man, we need to talk about that.
No, I'm just saying, that's something that can go wrong.
Yeah.
At
No.
any event.
Man, that's crazy.
It's insane.
Like I feel bad about it. Like clearly something's wrong with Will Smith. Like the stress of that has to be enormous. Like that is the biggest award possible of your career, and it just all convened in the wrong moment, and he just ruined
That's
his
crazy.
career. Oh, just executed.
Well, he just stayed there. I was waiting for him. I was honest. I came there, I stood and waited. He ignored me.
Have you guys been to the hotel parties at ENC? I do not know what that is. Do you know what that is? ENC? ENC?
No idea what it is.
I have no idea what that is.
We're old.
Chem Spider, if you can elaborate, I would love to hear it. Me and Mike did take Jeff Rack out to a bar after.
Oh.
Jeff Rack, he's a professor at University of New Mexico,
Reminds me of
does
tequila.
photo isomerizations, and we go up to what's the bar?
Duval Street. I forgot what it's called. It's basically top.
Top floor of
Top
what
bar.
hotel?
Yeah.
Which hotel
Duval.
is that? Duval. It's the top floor of the Duval, and there's a bar up there. And me, Mike, and Jeff are getting drinks after dinner, just hanging out like
Just
old
nightcap.
friends, having fun. And we meet up with these two guys. They were representatives of some sales
Educational company. They were selling educational products to the state of Florida. So next time sells education.
Yeah, and so they were like on their business expense, just up there drinking away, having fun, hanging out. And they're like, "You guys should join us for drinks. You're educators, blah blah blah." They weren't trying to sell us anything. They were just generally welcoming and stuff like
Started
that.
buying this $50.
Yeah, they
shot
got
of
us
tequila.
$50 shot of tequila, and it was excellent tequila.
It was very good.
And, I shouldn't. That was the first time I got really hammered with a guest, like a guest speaker, because you don't say no to that. But then these guys start diving into like making money and how much we get paid, and Mike was just.
I said I have enough.
He was egging them on. He was like, "How much money do you make?" And Mike's like, "I make enough money." And he's like, "How much is enough?" And Mike's, "Enough." And it escalated from there.
Well, I didn't say anything offensive. I was like,
No, it just bothered him that you were not playing his game. That like he
I
was
feel
just
what happened there.
he was pure capitalism, and like at some point I had to intervene on Mike, and Jeff took the other guy and like separated them because it was like
That's interesting.
that guy was so drunk. He was just so yeah. I saved Mike's life. Is the
That
end of
was
the
the
story.
most adventurous dinner with the guest for sure.
I mean, what's great is Jeff Rack and I run in the same circles. So
Yeah.
I see him at IOPS and Gordon Photochemistry and all over the
Look
place.
at that, I found it out.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's your wall
I don't
scrubbing
need it
technique.
anymore. I'm loaded.
Yeah, you just need to find an exit.
Yeah, I'll find that. Might be behind one of these.
It's a conference, okay. ENC is a conference. I amend that to a conference in general. Have you guys been?
What is in conference?
I don't know what that is. I will look it up quick, but yeah, I mean, the classic is the Gordon conferences. Typically, it's a very small cohort of people that know each other really well, and there's no alcohol formally served, but somebody has a stash in their hotel room, or in that case, the dorms, and everyone gets hammered. So yeah, that's a classic.
Go to the good one. They would have all the beer.
That is the Experimental Nuclear Magnetic Resonance Conference.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where does that take place this year?
2022, April 24th to the 29th in Orlando.
Oh, interesting. That's close. That's our area, right? So
Presumably Shirko's
we don't
going.
do a lot of magnetic resonance, you and I, so that's why we don't know about this. But yeah, Rob's group for sure goes.
There's a Bruker presentation, a Joel presentation, Young Scientist Symposium.
It's a shame that we have like one company that sells NMR instruments. Right? That's what used to happen in single crystal diffraction. Luckily, it changed. That's really sad that the method is no. You need competition. So I believe in one company being able to create a better
Yeah.
movement market. So monopolized.
Oh, I found the conference program. I'm just diving into when it's all NMR. That's really cool. Yeah, not necessarily our domain, but I'm glad these specialty conferences, those are my favorite. I hate the ACS and MRS meetings. It's time.
Oh, no, it's actually, I'm looking like we should do like, we're going till 11, right?
Every half
we did
hour?
2, we have 4 more.
Yep.
So
we have
should probably do
1, 2, 3, we have 5 more. All right, which one do you want to do?
We have 7?
Yep. I think
Let's
so.
do the second from the bottom.
Second from the bottom.
easy one.
So this one provides more heat.
Do you like that one?
No, that's a good one. I like that one. All right. So if you're not following us, click the follow button. We're going to throw a prediction up right now. You're going to have 2 minutes to answer this question. Again, standard internet units. Now's your time to gamble. Somebody better do the dark horse if everyone bets one way.
Yeah.
But we're back to science questions. No more about Mike's personal life and how many countries he's traveled to. Instead, we're going to ask which one of these, assuming the same number of photons, provides more heat. Is it microwaves or ultraviolet waves? Which one of them is going to generate more heat? Assuming all the photons are absorbed, same number of photons. Which one's going to generate more heat? Is it microwaves or ultraviolet rays? All right, or ultraviolet photons versus microwaves. Throw your predictions in there right now. Which one is it? If you're not following us, click the follow button, get your standard internet units, gamble them accordingly. They're useless except for making us drink and making us make us say a factoid. Eventually, I should add one that's take a shot. If you guys have ideas of other things we should do, that we are happy to. Yeah, propose them. I'm not necessarily going to add them. It'll depend.
I think it would be cool. Students ask questions.
Ask questions.
Because that's ask a scientist, right? Instead, we're asking them questions. So they should go. Well, they do ask questions, right?
Yeah.
So
request.
They should ask more questions about science.
Yeah.
Or like some stuff that we might not.
I mean,
know.
it's so one of the reasons I like these predictions is they kind of facilitate.
No, I like that. Yeah,
because it's hard. Like if I gave you a developmental psychologist and I said, ask him a question.
Right.
It's hard on the spot. If you had time to prepare and think about it. But usually what happens is our dialogue sparks someone asking a question related. Yeah. So that makes it
it happened a couple times, right?
Yep.
People following up.
All right, 30 seconds left. What provides more heat? Is it microwave or ultraviolet waves? Assuming microwave photons or ultraviolet photons, assuming the same number of photons absorbed, which one is going to generate more heat? Microwaves or ultraviolet waves? So you have 15 seconds left. We got bets on both sides, so this is going to be a fun one. We'll see how they all go. It's good. It's a contentious question. This one's fun because this relates to your cooking class. It's counterintuitive as a result of that. So, you asked this one? Yeah, this is one of your questions?
We discussed it. It's not like a question, but it's something we discussed.
All right, Mike, do you want to see the numbers?
What'd you get?
So we have 3 betting UV, 4 betting microwaves, but the people that bet UV were much more confident in their answer. So, Mike, which is the answer?
UV.
UV photons, which is unexpected because we don't have a UV wave. We have a microwave. So, explain your answer.
So both microwave and ultraviolet are electromagnetic radiation. So basically, electromagnetic waves that just travel with different frequency. They both have the same speed, the speed of light, but they have different frequencies. In other words, your microwave is longer and has lower frequency. In other words, if you stay in the same point, it wiggles. Less frequently, right? But UV has shorter wavelength, but wiggles more frequently. So in that way, it travels with the same speed. And the energy essentially is proportional to frequency, right? So it's directly proportional. Think about if you're beating at something more frequently, it's higher energy. So when your electrical field and magnetic field vectors oscillate faster, they create more energy. They pack more energy. And that means that when you pack UV light in the same area as microwave, it will produce more energy. Right? The fact is that microwave is packed in a very compact space in microwave oven and doesn't exit from there, right? But when you look at UV, you get sunburn. But that's from huge space, right, where that light energy comes. If you could pack UV in small space, you'll get a lot of energy. That's fact. So Like we use this photo boxes, right, for reactions in organic chemistry. It's like a box that has a lot of lamps, right, and covered with dark walls, so you can concentrate all energy in the box and it heats up much faster.
So Uncle Bill was 3,000 of that 3.1K. He bet big and won big.
All right, good. So he knew what he was doing. So
I thought microwaves will cause more vibrations and hence more heat. I mean,
sort of, but it's different transition, right?
because UV can create vibrations. It doesn't do so directly. It does through heat dissipation. I mean, the other note on that is one of the keys to this question is it has to absorb the same number of photons. And so a crazy experiment for you guys to do if you haven't done this before, take a dry plate of flour and put it in the microwave for 5 minutes. And it will not heat up at all.
Right.
You will touch it.
Yeah.
Yep. Because it essentially you need water in there. It's basically microwave works to oscillate water and generate heat. If it doesn't absorb photons, it will not generate that heat. And so, yeah, one of my so my group regularly does YouTube videos for like our video abstracts and stuff like that, and then lectures and whatnot. But our most popular video has 20,000 views, and it's us popping balloons with a laser.
Oh wow!
And so we have a green laser, and we point it at a green balloon.
I didn't know you could do it.
Yeah, and a green green balloon won't pop. You put it to a white balloon,
that's
it
so
won't
cool.
pop. But you put it to a black balloon, it will.
It's a brilliant experiment.
Because the black one absorbs those photons. So it's
awesome.
the heat that dissipates. Yeah. No, it's a
I
really
should
cool
do it
demo.
in my class.
You should. It's
No, because like it's very nice. Explaining absorption.
Yep.
It's great.
Yeah. It's a really cool demo. I mean,
So you take balloons of different colors.
Yeah, that's it. And to put a green laser. In fact, I don't know if your laser pointer on like a PowerPoint clicker is intense enough, but it might actually
more
be.
intense lasers.
If you keep it on the spot long enough, it will pop. It's going to heat enough. So it's worth a try.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's kind of bittersweet that has 20,000 views because I have this really, really nice lecture on transient absorption spectroscopy and like all the companies.
Oh, that's the one you recorded from RU?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's a nice one.
That's all the companies that sell these instruments now. This is apparently their reference video they send to people.
That's great.
But it only has 5,000 views. But my popping balloons won 20,000.
Because it's more down to earth.
Yeah, it's more general.
That's why we teach kitchen chemistry and not TA. Transient absorption.
If you guys want to learn about transient absorption spectroscopy,
watch Ken's video. It's really good.
I'm going to put
It was recorded for undergraduates.
Yeah, no, exactly. I share that with. It's a pretty fun video. I'll find it. Oh, it's got 5.1K views.
Wow.
All right, so here is the transient absorption video.
Should give it to my students.
So if you guys want to learn about transient absorption spectroscopy, there it is.
There's your chance.
But I should also probably post the balloon popping video because, it's our popular one. That has 30,000 views.
Balloon popping? That makes perfect sense.
Actually, no, we're going to watch this right now. Sorry, Mike. I'm going to distract everyone from your
That's okay. I'm showing pretty poor skills here, so I'm almost getting killed. Probably should walk back and get some life because I don't think I'm going to survive this level without addition. Oh, cool.
All right, everyone. We're going to watch the balloon popping video. Here it is.
Should probably find some life.
So Mike, if you want to watch 3 balloon laser tests.
Hide here.
So green, nothing. Doesn't absorb green. It transmits green, which is why it has a green color.
Then this is black, right? It's
Yep.
gonna pop. Oh! And white is gonna stay.
Yep.
That's great. That's a really cool experiment.
Yeah.
That's so fast.
Yep. More intense the laser, the faster it goes.
Yeah. Love it.
All right. It's 30,000 views for 3. Also,
What comments did you get?
do we have any comments? I tested this, but I can't get results. I've done it with a red laser, 630 nanometers. You need a red balloon. Red has lower energy, so it probably won't work as well with red.
Well, tell them.
Do it with the blue or green laser. Yeah.
But you should reply the comments because then people want to learn.
That's true.
And so if you reply the comments, they get some information.
What is the price? You can get a really intense green laser for about $300. White balloon became a green one? Yeah, that's true. And I should reply to comments. I'm not particularly good at that.
Yeah.
So it goes.
It's called follow-up. Trying to find some life, but there it is. Here I had someone only ammo.
The guy from Cool World's lab came up with a halo drive that uses this to draw power from rotating black holes.
What's that?
David Kipling. I don't know. Sorry, I got distracted. I assume it's drawing up the photon energy from rotating black holes. That is really fun.
Should go to the next level. It's getting bored. I'm trying to find some health because, you know, I have to go up, but I have 42%.
Yeah.
I could do the cheat, of course.
I mean,
Just forget about
you
it.
can do the cheat. It's not worth losing sleep over. Have fun with it. Professor of astronomy at Columbia University.
What does he do?
He's a Cool Worlds Lab website. That's fun. They have like science outreach. Very cool.
This stuff is good. I like this one.
Yeah, no, this is very good.
I haven't had it in a while.
Thank you all for forcing us to drink.
Life.
We will
Very pleasant.
gladly do it all night. Hotel parties. So there's notorious people in every, just going back to the parties and like conferences and whatnot, there are certain people in every community that are just the party. Like they're the person that says, it's going to be here, show up. If you're on the know, if you're on the end, you know who those people are. And yeah, they're always going to have drinks with them. Okay, so Uncle Bill clarified on this. Shoot lasers at low wavelength and sorry, I gotta close that. All right. And the frame dragging of the black hole can send the light back at higher energy. I have no idea how that works. So I've had David Collins, the astrophysicist, on, and he would be the one to talk to about that.
So say again, what is
It's a theoretical construct where if you shoot low wavelength light at a black hole, something with the frame dragging and the reference at the event horizon, the black hole can send the light back at higher energy.
Oh, wow.
Which is pretty cool.
Yep.
And so you could theoretically generate power from a black hole, which, yeah, that is beyond me. You
Oh,
want
that's awesome. So you're basically extracting. You have energy.
I mean, I guess Hawking radiation predicted that a black hole is giving off energy, and it's just presumably associated with that. But that is very cool. Recharge depots for interstellar civilizations? Yes. Dyson cubes? Yeah. No, I love sci-fi because they think bigger than we do. Like we have to go grant to
Sci-fi
grant.
approach.
Yeah. And
We're doing some stuff. They're doing the real thing.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Anyone just joining us? Ask a Scientist Gaming, mediocre gameplay, expert level science. Dr. Mike Shatruck is joining me tonight playing Wolfenstein 3D while talking about magnetism, molecular magnets, spin qubits, inorganic chemistry, metals and their colors was a fun one. How many countries he's visited. Yeah, it's kind of so I feel bad, like students, when you talk about tests after they take the tests, like what does it mean to have a trick question? Because like the question, if you write a multiple choice question, you should have an answer and then you should have other options that are believable answers.
Right.
Does that mean they're a trick or is it just an assessment?
That's assessment.
But they feel like you're tricking them.
Like a trick question I give to them, I give them a multiple answer question. And then they say, sometimes I give them a hint. So I might say, I always give a hint. I say, which of these are? Right? So they know it's multiple. Sometimes I even capitalize R to say, hey, it's just one. And yeah, but that would be like, well, but it's not. Metals, like how many colored metals are there? There's not a trick question. Because you need to ask yourself what a metal is. Right?
Yep. Yeah.
And then like everybody knows bronze, right? Everybody knows brass. People realize that everybody knows there are lots of different types of silver and gold. So you should know like that metal doesn't have to be pure metal.
Yeah.
It's just metallic.
I mean, that's one of the things I've learned in assessment, and I do test analysis stuff, and we we have arguments about this, but I think genuinely multiple choice tests are a better assessment option if you can write a good question. Because realistically, if you do an open-ended question, people get like 5 wrong answers, and it's because they get the same misconception wrong every single time. And so your partial credit key is already based on those 5 answers. And so it's not a trick, it's just if you don't know this thing, you are going to pick this wrong answer. And that's the goal. He started out positing using binary black holes, and then came back a week later with, it works with a single rotating black hole too.
Is that
That's
about
awesome.
energy transfer?
Yeah, that's about the low energy photon in and get a higher energy out. Oh, nice. Floor 3 done. You're on a roll. You got 5 lives.
I'm just destroyed.
It's hard.
I have 5 lives.
Yeah, you get points, or you get lives from points.
Yeah.
They add up and give you extra
Sometimes
lives.
you also have these little faces in the secret rooms.
Yeah.
Automatic life.
Pick up a little version of yourself.
Yeah.
I like it.
The clone.
All right, so I'll ask one of my...
Cool world. Oh, you're still looking at that expectation?
Yeah, that's just
that's
the
the
browser
okay,
window.
so-
Yeah, you're right here.
Got it.
So Mike is one of our few guests. So he's not a gamer, but he has experience with OBS. So during teaching,
Yes.
Mike committed to OBS, green screen.
That
You
was
got a
great.
microphone, a camera.
I love it.
Not
Well, you forced me to get it.
I did not force anything.
You're like, you're oh,
Suggest-
get it.
Your sound
Why
did
not?
your sound did suck though.
Get it. I was like, man, I keep investing. That's good.
Worth it though. Now you have the setup. Now you can record it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They
But the-
really changed the game.
The microphone you did need to fix. That was
Yeah,
terrible.
that
The
was-
rest you could do okay with, but it doesn't take much to get a pretty good setup.
No.
And if you do OBS plus a green screen, you can get pretty nice overlays.
Like,
Exo Moon candidate guy. You might remember him from that news instead. Oh, I do not remember. I don't keep up with the astrophysics news as much as I should.
yeah, Ken is actually like the guru of, video, whatever, everything. Everything production in our departments. Like, I know if I need to figure out how to record something beyond just making a video on my phone, I'll go to Ken.
Or at least I know people that do that.
Right.
Or PR
Which is
people.
good.
Yeah. Well, it's weird because I was like there for early like Reddit and chemistry blog and stuff like that. I just kind of ingrained in that culture. So that was an obvious transition even as a professor. With that said, I'm the eldest of the millennials. I don't know if you knew that. Well, in terms of millennials, I am the 1982 threshold, where I am the oldest of millennials. So I count as that generation. But I was the last cohort that knew the world without the internet, right? So it's
Oh, you did know the world though?
Yeah. It wasn't until it would have been like middle school when people started getting personal computers and dial-up internet, right? Because it was early 90s before you really started to have that,
Yeah.
like
Well,
everyone
pretty much
had
in
something.
Early 90s, that's true.
Yeah.
That's correct. I remember those buffers. Hypertext, nothing else.
Yep.
No
Yep.
pictures.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then it transitioned to like
Well, you
GeoCities
could make pictures
website.
from letters, right?
Yep.
You could draw like stuff from letters.
And then the best part was like when the GIF was invented, or the GIF, depending on how you pronounce it. But the animated thing with the transparent background, like everyone needed that all over every website. The guy that invented that died recently.
The GIF.
Yeah, which is kind of
Just the
crazy.
format.
Yeah. It was originally like a digital saving format, but it found out it worked really well for animated things, which is kind of crazy, but so it goes.
I stopped messing around. I'm just like doing it.
Yeah, no,
I'm just
absolutely.
wasting time.
Fine. You've gotten much better at it though through the night.
It takes some muscle memory to restore after 28 years. It's like, this is not like swimming. It's slightly more difficult. Somebody's yelling.
Oh, that's really cool. So he created Cool World's YouTube channel. That's where his fame comes from.
Who was that?
David Kipping is the answer. So apparently he runs a YouTube channel with, I mean, it's a way to get famous. It's As long as you generate good content, you will get viewers. You will have people watch it,
Yeah.
which is kind of crazy. So we put the YouTube videos up of these streams, and last year we had 17 cumulative days of people watching it on YouTube, which is, I mean, that's a lot. That's an astounding amount of time for anyone to commit to watching this garbage. But I'm glad they did.
I think content creation is like a new profession, right? Basically.
Yeah. And that's the thing that's underappreciated. Like, you just got to get the content out there. Like, not all of it has to be perfect and polished, but it helps. Yeah.
And it's also like, you need to be good at that. Right? It's like, you can create content, but some people are really good at doing this.
Yep. Yeah. They just have an intuitive sense. I mean, I wish I could commit more time to this, because I'd advertise more and I could generate emotes and come up with,
Where all
better stream questions.
What are you hiding? Okay.
All right, Mike, we should do another prediction. What do you think?
Prediction.
All right, which one do you want?
Oh,
we should have done this one earlier. That would have been appropriate.
You sure?
Earlier, I don't know about now.
You want to do the second one?
Which one do you want to talk about?
We can do this one.
All right, that one? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to do another prediction.
That's more for like, science students.
We got science nerds in the audience. They will enjoy it. If you're not following us, click the follow button. We are going to do another prediction right now, because Mike spent all the time and effort to create these.
My Wolfenstein got drunk. He's missing the door in the first attempt.
Yeah, he's drunk,
That's
not you.
All
right, we're going to throw up a prediction right now. We have a science question on magnetism. Magnetism was discovered by Faraday. True or false? Note, you cannot Google this answer. It's probably really easy to find, but you are on Ask a Scientist honor code. Put your predictions in there now. Who discovered magnetism? Was it Faraday? True or false? Discovered magnetism is such a weird statement. It's like discovering gravity. It's an intrinsic thing to the universe.
Fair question.
Yeah. But it's like...
Well, you might discover something without knowing what it is, right?
Yep.
So it's like,
yeah.
I know it's a weird question. I'm just like...
No. It's a fun one, because it leads to a discussion, which is why we do most of these. You can use it to tune the discussion however you want.
This is a yes or no question, right?
It's true and false. Yeah. Magnetism was discovered by Faraday. True or false? Throw your predictions in there now. You have about 1 minute to get it in there. And if at any point you want to switch to another game or God mode, we can do it.
What? Okay, God mode will just be shooting people without worrying about...
I mean, what I would do now, since it's almost 10 o'clock, is I would do... Well, I would do God mode and go to level 6 and just march on guys. All right, so escape out.
Yeah, let's do it. 4 level is pretty good. We could probably just
new game. I mean, there's no point in doing
the trick? Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Hit yes.
What do you do?
Well, we can just do that.
And just your trick, or do you know like some others?
Yeah, there's hotkeys. I think it's Shift Alt Delete. Debugging cues are available. God mode on.
I've never seen this.
ILM. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mike Shatruck is now packed to the teeth with bullets, guns, and everything he needs. Ashamed that my history knowledge is failing on this one? No, there's no reason to be ashamed on this.
So what's going on? Yeah, it's not like about history knowledge.
Yeah. So magnetism was discovered by Faraday. We have 2 people saying false, no one saying true. The answer is...
false.
False. So who discovered magnetism?
Google it. I'm actually curious what will Google that. So obviously, like, the question, like, if you talk about when the first evidence, historical evidence of magnetic things used, right? That's in China. That compass is made of lodestone, right? Kind of iron ore.
According to Greek legend, magnetism was first discovered by a shepherd named Magnes, who lived in Magnesia, Greece. He was herding his sheep through the mountains, suddenly noticed his stick and nails got stuck to a rock. How true do you think that story is? Like, that seems like one
I
of
don't
those after
say
the
anything
fact made
bad
up bullshit.
about Greek shepherds. I think it's, oh, I don't need these things anymore.
I mean, to be fair, like electrostatics was discovered. It was like rubbing amber against sheep's wool or something like that. So it's not off the wall.
Well, also the thing is nobody really knows, right? Because the thing is like one thing is when you have the evidence of discovery, but nobody says it couldn't be discovered earlier than that, right? So that's
Yeah. Somebody probably observed it, but if you don't write it down, yeah, here you go.
this is very enjoyable.
Yeah, something's shooting you. It doesn't matter.
Oh, I know. I remember this level. This one's crazy. So you basically have to like these guys will be like everywhere. Yeah.
Oh, Uncle Bill, James Burke. Are you familiar with the show Connections? Have you ever heard of this?
No.
I don't know. It must have been BBC or
What's the
something.
suggestion there?
It's Uncle Bill mentioned James Burke in recent weeks.
Mm-hmm.
He has these really epic episodes where he like picks a topic and he like walks from current day, steps back in time, how it developed through time to be what it is today. Like if you're gonna do, it's not an example that he covered. Yeah, but it's like if you're gonna do laser eye surgery, you have to go back to understanding the eye. You have to do like Einstein's hypothesis of the laser. You have to do the development of the laser, and then like he does a really good job tying it all together, and it goes from really fundamental foundations, which is it's a lot of fun. So yeah, James Burke Connections. If you guys haven't seen it,
is that like a series or?
Yeah, it was a series, a documentary. 3 seasons, 40 episodes. It was presumably on BBC. Yep, on BBC. I'll share a link with you guys right now. But I've seen some of these and they're absolutely amazing. He has one where I think he does his opening to the episode. There's a space shuttle launching behind him. And like he does this awesome diatribe where he talks about, you know, progress and blah, blah, blah. And then the countdown and he turns around and the rocket's going. So they like had to time up his dialogue perfectly for when the takeoff was going to occur. It is just beautiful. Like that is a once in a lifetime shot. And he
is it like on what channel?
It was BBC. I mean, it's from like the 80s. It's pretty old at this point. But yeah, James Burke walks through all of that and he goes back to the original discoveries. It's pretty excellent. If I don't remember, remind me, I'll email it to you. It's the other thing about Ask a Scientist Gaming. Between the gameplay and the alcohol, you're not going to remember most of this because you're distracted enough. It's not going to be there.
I'm not going to remember what this was.
So you'll go back to the YouTube video like, I can't believe I said that.
What was I doing?
It feels like you were just babbling for like half an hour.
Oh, you got a beer. I need to finish my wine and go and switch.
I mean, we still have beer. I have it right down there.
Oh, still wine.
No, we have more.
What just happened?
Oh, what? Did it disconnect? I don't know what happened to your...
Are we okay? Do we have people on? Are we still on?
Yeah, no, we're still on. It's just...
Crashed.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it wants to start something
Go
else.
down there. Let's check the next one over.
Oh, wait. Did I do something wrong?
Oh, you might have hit the Windows button. I don't know.
No. I didn't listen to you. That was the problem. Okay, I'm okay. What do you want me to do?
Check that
Here?
one or the next one over.
That's the one here? Yeah, that's where I was.
It's not going full screen for some reason.
Okay, well, let's see. Oh, wait. Doesn't... no. Back to game. Let's see if it's gonna restart.
I don't know why it's not going full screen mode.
What's going to happen now?
You got it.
Yeah, there we go. I don't see it. Yeah, that's called old DOS skills.
your old school DOS skills are paying off.
Look at that. Yeah. I remember some hotkeys that helps us.
Yeah. No, Uncle Bill's description here is perfect for Connections. Trips over a dozen odd rabbit holes in science history and then ties up the episode. It is amazing. That's why it's called Connections. Like he takes you on 3 divergent journeys and all of a sudden they converge to like a new creation that no one had ever seen before. It is amazing. I forgot about that, Uncle Bill. Thank you very much for reminding me of Connections. It is like as much as I love.
I'm gonna find it.
Like
they basically just go through any topic and just goes to the depth.
Yeah, it basically some major innovation that has changed our lives today. It shows where it came from. It is it's so much fun.
It's very interesting.
Yeah. I'm sure there's one relevant to cooking and and art.
Sure.
Oh yeah, I told your students about Prussian blue and the Starry Night and waves over.
Fascinating.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
It's really weird way to. Oh, look at those guys.
Do you feel powerful now that you have the super weapon?
I feel like ridiculously. I know it's like over advantaged, I would say, right? So you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like they yell at me, and I'm kind of lazily turn around and just shoot at them. Look, did you hear this? What's going on?
Yeah,
Why are you shooting at me?
God mode.
Gone.
Man, I like it.
So what are you watching right now?
What am I watching right now?
Yeah.
Raised by Wolves. Have you heard about this? This is I don't know if it's HBO or Showtime. I find it by alternative means, but it's like this really futuristic sci-fi kind of crazy world. Like I don't want to give too much away because there's like sci-fi stories that are like current day problems in a sci-fi universe, and that's okay. That's fun space drama. But this is like just weird ass sci-fi, like where the rules of their universe is different than ours, and it's just out there. So that's my current watch right now is Raised by Wolves. But we should do another prediction because it's almost 10. It's 10 o'clock.
Yeah, time goes.
Exactly.
Do we have still some factoids?
We do.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Which one of these three do you want? Personal one?
Did we do one?
Yeah, we did. We did magnetism.
Yeah.
So we want
Oh,
that one.
you're doing predictions?
Yep.
Yeah, let's do. Oh, I like. You know which one I want to do? Yeah, let's do first, and then we'll do two remaining. So we have 3 left, right?
Yep. So we'll do one like every half hour.
It's good timing.
Yeah, it's not bad. This one is a fun one for multiple reasons. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a prediction up there right now. This is another one about Mike Shatruck, and what have you learned about him while playing Wolfenstein 3D? What chemical attracted Mike to chemistry? So we heard Mike's chronology on his, becoming a chemist and deciding he wants to be a faculty. The question is here, which of these 2 chemicals really got him interested in chemistry, in the sciences? Was it sugar or was it aspirin? Another unfair question that you shouldn't bet a high amount on because there's no way you can know this.
It's not a trick question.
No, it's one that you couldn't know because it's mostly historical.
Yeah. But that's personal.
But it's fun to guess nonetheless. And some of these I wish I didn't know the answer to ahead of time. Helps that I do, but I like guessing. I like trying to decide which one it's going to be. So which chemical attracted Mike to chemistry? I know standard internet units are valuable, but you might as well bet 10 points one way or another because it's just a fun question. So which one attracted Mike to chemistry? We don't have a lot of takers on this one. No worries.
They could try it. So it was a bad question. They cannot use their logic to answer.
I mean, but those are fun too. Again, we use it to mostly facilitate dialogue, so I wouldn't feel bad about any questions.
Yeah.
If it's 100 to 1, maybe it's not a fun question. So you have to find at least one of the big bosses before we stop playing this.
Well, but you have to go all 10 levels.
Do you?
Yeah.
They don't, because I thought...
No, they only... That's why if you stayed in the previous one, we would have gone faster. No, you have to go to 10 levels. Find the maps. We'll just go straight to the door. No, actually, the one on this level, the last guy on this level is very fascinating.
Yeah.
So if you find the maps, just Google Wolfenstein 3D maps, you'll find them right away. By episodes on some websites, you'll see them. I'm not even close. I'll stop collecting all the treasures and stuff. I'll just go for the kill.
Oh man, there are so many floors on each of these.
There you go.
So you're floor 1.
I'm through 1. Yeah, look for floor 2. Let's run to kill the guy. Both mods, who cares? Let's go.
Yes.
Let me look at that very quickly. Okay,
yeah, you memorized that.
Fast trade.
Oh, you guys need to see this. So here's the map for what he's playing right now. Oh, Mike, we are not nearly trained enough to do this right
No,
now.
wait. Oh, this one's difficult because you need to get through that labyrinth, but it's doable. Okay, well, you can
straight.
navigate me. Okay.
All right, go straight.
Straight. I'm keeping left.
Left, straight, till the end, and then
Doesn't matter,
right.
just keep the wall, right?
Yep. No. Keep going straight. It's going to be the most incompetent gameplay. Us doing it together.
Come on, give me. I want to go.
Yeah.
Okay, so where are you going? Straight?
Oh, so sorry, I'll get you guys back to the view. And then you're going to take a right. And that's
Okay, I'm through the door.
Yep. And so that takes you down. So go left all the way to the edge, or right, sorry.
Doesn't matter. Just go along the edge. Find next door, right? That's what we need to do.
Yep.
Okay, how did we do on the question?
Go down to that end.
Let's see the question.
I can't do both. I'm going to lose
Well,
it.
you have to multitask.
All right. So you had one person say sugar and no one say aspirin. Mike, which
You have one answer?
Yep.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Well, sugar.
Sugar.
So the story was, that I was in high school and I came home. So if you guys don't know, my mom is a chemistry teacher.
I did not know
Never
that.
tell somebody, that she's a chemistry teacher. People think that I went to chemistry because of my mom. This is not true. But it's true that the first thing that attracted me to science was that I came home and said, like, show me some. I started chemistry in high school, and she said, show me some cool chemistry experiment at home. And she's like, did you see how sugar burns? I was like, no, I know it can melt it, to make like molasses and stuff. She was like, no, it can burn. So she took cigarette, that my grandfather smoked, and she's like, pour some ashes on sugar, and it burns. Because basically ash catalyzes the burning, so it's pretty cool.
Activation barrier. Yep.
Yeah, very interesting thing. And I was like, wow, this is so cool.
Wait, I don't even know where you are right now.
Where I am. So, we just need the door, but the main thing is not to go back, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm like in a bunch of stuff. I killed like tons of Nazis here, so I don't know how to get out.
Yeah. So maybe go.
Just keep. How does it look?
So you need to go out on an edge.
Somewhere.
Yep.
I just need to find the right one because I can walk back. Well, I can tell if it's a corridor, straight corridor, and then I'm in the right place. So what are we doing?
No, so that's back the wrong way. I think that's the wrong way.
Yeah.
Yep. So turn around.
Okay. Go to the left.
Yep. Go down straight. Keep going.
Left, right?
Yep. And then turn right there. That corridor. Take a left at the. Nope. Right there.
Left.
Yep. Nope.
More.
that hallway.
This one.
Nope. All the way.
All the way. All the way.
All the way.
Here.
And then left.
Good job.
All right.
Then going
down.
Left.
Left. Yep.
Going left, and then going left.
Right. You want to go down here.
Right. Okay. All the way.
Team effort. So you're gonna go all the way down and then left. Oh my God, this is a terrible maze. This is gonna be really hard to do.
Well,
that door. Right? Did you turn already? Yeah. Okay, and then left.
Left or right?
Left.
You sure?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Come on. I've got to
Go all the way
right.
down. Yep.
Okay.
All the way down and then right. I mean, it's nice because it's just a tunnel right now.
Just cleaning the way.
All right, keep going. And right. Then at the end, you're gonna take a right. Yep. That gets you through there. So stop there. I think you want to go right down this, then here. Oh man, how did people do this without maps? I remember playing the first.
You go to the north.
And then
okay,
left.
I think in this one you just have to keep going towards center, right? So you have to keep because the end is in the center, right? So you have to keep moving towards the center, just finding the doors on the right side, on the left. So moving again in here.
Yeah.
You get in and you keep concentrating closer and closer to the center. So right, you go in here. Does it make sense what I'm doing?
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
just trying to pushing.
until it gets you to a dead end. But we'll see. Like that. That's a dead end. We don't even know where we
Oh,
are.
it's not dead end. There's a door. Right there.
Okay.
Is it dead end?
I have no idea.
No?
I lost where you are.
Okay.
But you're right. If you get to the center, you're going to beat everything.
Yeah, so I think we need to figure it out. Look. This is it. I think we're getting there.
Mike is focused. We're gonna do this, ladies.
I want to get to that evil guy.
Yeah, no, the big guy.
And we need to figure this out because I feel like I'm walking in the wrong direction now.
I don't know where you are.
Okay, I was here before. I still killed Nazis. Let's go inside this way.
We lost our path. So I looked up the speed run in this game, and it still takes like 2.5 hours. The fastest player in the world, it takes 2.5 hours to beat this.
If we play fair.
Yeah.
But in a God's mode, we can forgo some.
Even God mode. I mean, they're mowing people down.
So you don't know where I am anymore?
I do not. I've lost our
Let's see.
path.
If I see killed Nazis here, then I'm moving in the wrong direction. But if not, then we're in the right path. Okay, no, this guy's alive.
No, there's.
We might be doing okay. Okay, there are no doors here. Let's get some.
So that's a dead
Let's walk
end.
back. Yeah, let's walk back. But I think we're getting there. It's got to be soon.
I don't see a dead end on the map.
But there are also like. So this is a dead end corridor. Is there anywhere where you would enter and you cannot exit? It should be in that labyrinth. So I went in and it's like a closed room. You see, here's the door.
Yeah.
On one side you have the door, and then it's dead end on each
So
side.
I think it's the only option is right here.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
We're way out.
Yep. So you go through that
This is bad.
and turn right and left.
Are you sure?
I don't know. This is the only one that I think that would resemble that.
Okay. Well, so let's go.
Uncle Bill. I remember making my own maps back in the day. No, that's absolutely true. Me and my brother made this really elaborate map for a Back to the Future 2 and 3 for Nintendo. It's a terrible game, but we figured out everything about that game.
Can you tell me where to go?
Where are you now?
Well, I don't know.
I get distracted by chat. We are not beating this, Mike. Just accept your fate.
I want to get to that mean guy in the end.
Okay,
see,
wait,
I already-
stop there. So is this a dead end? Okay,
Yeah,
yep.
this is a little
All right, I
dead
know
end
you're
room,
right
little
here.
room.
You're right here.
Okay, good. We
Okay,
found.
go out.
Let's get some ammo.
All right. You don't need ammo. You have God mode.
If they on your way, well, you can go around them, I guess.
Okay. So you're gonna go out and you're gonna take a left,
Okay, left.
and there's gonna be a door, but don't go through either of those.
Go left again.
Yep.
Okay. Now you see me, right?
Yep. I know where you are.
Now where we go?
All right. Left again. Left. All right. Pause. You're going in here.
Okay, good.
So go through, take a right, go down. There's going to be a door on your left.
Here?
This door, yep. Take that one.
I was here before.
Yep. And
Obviously.
then there's a door on your... Whoop, pause, go back. Let me see.
Here?
That one, yep. So that's door takes
On
you
the right.
here. Yeah, go straight through that. It should make you go right. And then you can go... Oh, God, where are we? Oh, man,
No, to
Uncle
exit?
Bill. Zelda games, absolutely. We played the second Zelda, Link, and it
Okay,
was...
I went out. You're in the wrong direction.
Where
have
are
to
you
figure
now?
it out.
Where are you?
Well, I just stepped out because I know where we are.
Okay, so that's a dead end.
No.
So we have two doors, one up, one down. We were like right here. So if you turn around, there should be a door over here. And then if you go this way, go to the end. Oh, God.
Okay, so there's like a little corner, a little nook with a door
Mhm.
on the left.
We were somewhere in here.
We are lost.
Again. I'm sorry, I get distracted by chat.
Cut out a little bit. Okay, let's try to go here. So then maybe we'll figure it out from here. Okay. Long corridors. I feel like we're going backwards.
Okay, a long corridor,
This is not
left.
good.
A door on the left.
I was certainly here before. Okay, so there's a no dead end yet. Okay, do you see this one? So it's a little room with two doors, like it's a corner room, right?
Yeah.
See two corners and two doors.
I mean, that could be this.
Yeah, that looks like it. Yeah, so we should
Okay,
be
so
really
if you
close.
go out this,
Go here to the right, right?
yep. And if you go
That would
left,
be
and
really
there's a
close.
long corridor.
Okay.
Oh. Okay, go all the way
Go
up.
all the way up and left.
Don't exit right. Yep,
Right.
go left.
This looks.
And then go down. Yeah, no, nice. Left again. And then there should be a door on the left here. You go through that, go left.
That's all.
Then right, and then right. And then I don't.
It's just faster to shoot than to go walk around.
Alright, so now we're
man,
inside.
this is like really hidden. Okay, now nothing here.
Yep.
Okay, this is really concealed.
Okay, go
now.
right, then left.
I don't have my keys. IML.
Yep, IML. Yeah, now you're good.
Excellent.
Yeah, right.
Super cheating.
Yep. No, we got this.
What do you know?
We are in this
All the
straight, left. Ladies and gentlemen.
There you go.
How many PhDs does it take to beat?
Level 3. We have enough time. We need to get to that guy.
This is episode 6, floor 2. Now we got to do
Gonna
floor
get
3. Oh my god. Are we going to do this? We don't have time for any of
I
this.
don't think we'll end up. What time is
This
one's brutal.
It's
Oh, no.
10:19.
Oh, no, wait, this one's not bad. Because we have all the keys.
Yeah, if you have the keys, it's not too bad.
Find the shortest pathway.
So if you guys want a nice game design touch, they made the levels look like swastikas.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And so I don't know how they dealt with this with the Super Nintendo version. Did they actually change the
There are
levels?
some that also have...
Because it's illegal in Germany to show
Yeah.
swastikas
Yeah.
and Nazi
that's true.
paraphernalia. So I don't know if they can do that with maps, if that's acceptable or not. But anyway, anyone just joining us, this is Ask a Scientist Gaming, mediocre gameplay, expert level science. The guest is Mike Shatruck playing Wolfenstein 3D. We are
gameplays.
cheating so hard in this game. Are you following the map? The map is right here.
I'm not following because you're my what do you call this?
I'm trying.
Navigating guy.
I'm trying to engage the audience.
Okay, I'm in the blue room. What's cool about these levels, right? You have colors of the walls.
Oh yeah. Look at that. So you
So
want
we're
to
in
go?
the blue room.
Yep. So you want to go where there's a blue and brown.
Okay, this is all blue corner.
No.
That's that one, right?
Yep. You want
You
to
want to go back?
Which door is the
Oh, I have
exit?
a door here. Door.
If anyone has questions for Mike Shatruck about magnetism, magnetic materials, magnetic refrigerants, quantum bits,
this is it.
he's happy to answer. He's focused on Wolfenstein 3D. But
Okay, you're right. I know where to go.
yeah,
So go back.
mediocre gameplay, expert level science. If you have questions, throw them in chat. Mike is happy to answer them while he's playing Wolfenstein
Walking.
very intently. You know, Narc
That's
is going
where
to be,
we're going.
it's going to be relaxing after this. It's going to be
No,
way
because
less
I want to get
stressful.
you motivated to get. Okay, I just exited into that room, so you tell me where to go.
Which room? You're in the brown,
Yeah, I just got through here.
right here. Okay, left.
You're going to the red door, you know, right?
Yep, this door right here.
Yes,
right?
you need to go to the brown room. Oh, that's easy. Okay.
Yeah. So
Get there quick. Okay, so go left.
So left there, and then shoot
Then we
go
go
right.
right.
Shoot that guy.
Shut up. Right, left,
Yep. Right.
right, and
Right.
there's the door.
Yep.
Perfect.
That's a key
Open the
door,
stop.
which you have.
I am L.
God mode, magic key. Okay, take a left. Straight down there. Yep. Keep going. Keep going. Take a right. Left.
That's good.
Mein Leben.
All right. Level 3 was passed.
The moment when you realize the navigator is also the stewardess and in-flight entertainment, you nailed it, Uncle Bill. Well, we're still giving that a GG. Mike is making progress.
Do you have more factoids?
we can.
all the factoids?
We have more predictions. You're asking me to do a lot of things while I'm trying to navigate this.
Are we at level 4 now?
Yep.
Sorry.
Where's that dog?
I'm out of ammo now.
Okay. Then right. There's only one way left. Right. Mein Leben.
I'm gonna run out of ammo, you know that. How am I gonna? I can always.
Oh, just God mode
IML?
again. Yep. Yeah, yep.
Okay, do you know where I am? I'm going here.
Where are you?
Where's the door?
Right there.
How do we get there?
So it's down through this.
Same. No other way.
Nope, that's it.
It's gonna take a while.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while.
So we need to go through that. Okay, we need to get out of this.
I don't know where you are right now.
Okay, let me. Okay, I have a bunch of. I see the brown walls. Okay, so I must be in this. Oh, there it is.
Go left.
There it is.
Yep.
Not found
Okay,
it.
turn around.
Left.
Yeah, that
Which
door.
one?
That door.
Okay.
And that should get you to a gray place where you're going to go right. Get into... So through that door, it should get you to a triangle room where you want to go left. Yep, left.
Wait, I'm gonna pick some ammo.
You don't need ammo, you've got voting.
The habit. Okay, go through this door, right? Oh, I remember
Yeah,
this level.
yep.
I remember this level. This
Right,
one's insane.
right.
If you play fair.
And then keep going left. That door on the left. Yep, there's the key.
There's the key here. Alright.
God mode. Mediocre gameplay, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so left, then up there and right. Okay, then you're gonna have a
don't
door.
care. I don't care.
There's a door on your left right away. Yep.
Here?
Right, yep, there. Or not even a door. Okay, there we go. There's the door. Then left. You want to go through that door. That's right there. And left. Straight, left, right. That one. Yep.
Man, this is a complicated, right?
Yeah.
Imagine how you do it without the map. It's like it's full-time job.
Exactly. I mean, that's why these
Watch me
games,
go.
you got a return on investment. So
Straight?
that straight door right there. Then it
Left?
should be up, left, right. Through one of those.
Straight.
Through those, left corner. There is the exit. Oh my God, we did it.
Okay, level 5.
That's another GG.
This is getting
Mike,
intense.
we have spiraled out. There's no more science anymore.
Okay, give me some points.
Look at Mike, we are not going to get through these levels.
Ken, you should be calm.
So we're
I'm finishing this.
all right. No, do it.
Are you having some?
Do it. I'll pick some.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
This is good stuff and it's like little left.
Yeah. So I have infinite standard internet units, so I can request we take a drink anytime we want. So Mike and I have just officially finished the bottle.
Wait.
What?
Gonna... I just want to get this out.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen,
All right.
cheers. Thank you for joining us for Ask a Scientist Gaming. It's devolved into Ask a Wolfenstein
Yep.
3D. But we are marching through these levels. So Mike, thank you for joining me.
While we're marching because we need questions. No questions. We are through.
If you guys have questions, throw them in chat. We're happy to answer them.
Yeah.
In the meantime, Mike is going to keep going. We have, okay, we're on level.
So
we have this one,
yeah.
and then this one. You're going to commit? We
Yeah,
beat
we'll
Narc.
we'll try. I don't guarantee we'll go through all of them, but we can try. Are we in 6? We're on 5.
A big spooky skeleton has redeemed request a factoid.
Okay, let's do that.
All right. do it.
Factoid. I don't remember all factoids I prepared. Then you can just start coming up with them.
I mean, what's an interesting thing that you want to share with the community at large?
Didn't I write you some factoids?
You did. I'm going to look them up right
I
now.
was doing my homework, so
And I kept the predictions, but not the factoids. And now I got to go through my 50 emails from Mike Shatruck to find out.
well, we had some communication with yours.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Obviously, it's useful.
Let me see. All right, we're going to find you.
Go left. And there are like doors everywhere.
Oh, there it is. You got the Earth's magnetic field. That was one.
Wait, Earth's magnetic field. Oh, the reversal, right?
Osmium. Osmium factor.
Oh, that's a good one. Yes.
Yeah,
So, yeah, osmium is the densest element. It's very heavy. I took a teaspoon of osmium. It will weigh 100 grams, I think. You remember that? I had it somewhere written.
It's right here.
Yeah,
100 grams per teaspoon of osmium.
So imagine you take a teaspoon and its mass is like this glass of water, right? Half a glass of water.
That is 100. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's very heavy.
That is.
And your favorite iridium, well, I don't know if your favorite, but one you know very well.
Yeah.
You know, that one is,
It's very close.
It's very close.
That would be like
Ship
90,
this year.
what, 97? Oh, yeah. So Mike is still focused.
I'm multitasking, Ken. I'm multitasking here. Yeah, so basically, osmium is like ridiculously heavy. When I was, when I was a kid, I thought for some reason that mercury was very heavy.
Yeah.
Because this is very heavy.
Yeah. But it's nowhere near.
Osmium is like crazily heavy.
Yeah. So you haven't played for 28 years, but like now it's just like zoned. You got to do it.
That's exactly right. That's
All right. Where are you?
I'm following myself here.
All right.
I just need to keep going straight.
I'm gonna run to the restroom.
Yep.
We're gonna beat an arc though. We don't have a choice.
Well, I'm waiting for you. I'm almost done with this level. So be back, and then we'll figure out the rest. Yeah, but so osmium, is osmium and iridium. They are the heaviest metals that we know, right? We might actually, maybe someday, make an alloy that is heavier, denser than those two, because well, most dense doesn't necessarily mean that it's most hard, for example, right? Hardest materials are like rhenium borides, and they're not really the most dense materials, but they are the hardest. You can scratch diamonds with them. Let's see if I can get through this before Ken gets back. Oh, there we go. Level 6. Ken, level 5 done. That was easy. I was given some factoids here about the super hard. What's the hardest materials exist? It's like rhenium diboride.
I did not know that.
Hard. So Rick Kainer actually developed those.
Oh yeah, has hard materials. I was
I was
an RU student.
So from UCLA, he does like super hard materials.
So you
and he's like, basically he makes materials. And the way they test them, they take a diamond and they scratch that.
That's crazy.
It's fun.
Test it versus diamond.
Hey, tell this story. Like you were talking in class about like artificial diamonds. My student said something fascinating.
So I have a diatribe that I give every semester to Gen Chem students about diamonds, and so the diamond industry is entirely a scam. For those of you not familiar, do not buy diamonds from the jewelry industry. Kill those dogs. But so the diamond industry, like at the turn of the 1900s, basically these companies had this massive collection of diamonds, and they said these are kind of not valuable or rare or useful. And so rather than like trying to figure out a use for them, they basically infiltrated both music, movies, radio, TV, everything they could to make diamonds seem like they're valuable. And so they just started this massive marketing push, arguably one of the best marketing pushes in all time. Wow. They said like, your relationship is not of value till you get your significant other a diamond ring. And that's where it came from. It's a 100-year-old propaganda that diamonds are necessary. You don't love your significant other if you don't have diamonds. And so that's.
So you're saying you kind of don't really need them?
No, they're not particularly rare or precious. Like there are rarer things. Like you have an iridium ring that is more rare and precious and valuable. Dinosaur bone meteorite, like all those things are rare and precious. Diamonds are artificially inflated by one company that owns the entirety of diamond production. And that's so crazy. That in itself is problematic because diamonds are essentially slave labor. That's how they get diamonds. And so you're essentially sacrificing people's lives so you can have a stone that they have told you is important and valuable. And so that's one part of the problem. But the one I go on in class is we make synthetic diamonds now. There are companies that use chemical vapor deposition as well as pressure, temperature, and time to make diamonds in lab.
Can they make the natural size though?
Yeah, well, not quite as large. So you can make, dig.
I think that's the biggest.
Well, so I have that as a point in my slide.
But you can make the ones they put in all this.
Exactly. So my point to the students is like you can dig up a 20-carat diamond. You can make a 2-carat diamond. Students can't afford either of those, right? Like we can't afford either of those, right? Yeah, so the diamonds you'd buy, you can make them synthetically. But all of a sudden this industry is like, okay, well, synthetic diamonds are going to put us out of business, so we'll say synthetic diamonds aren't as valuable as natural diamonds. Of course. Yeah. And so the argument
Oh, that's what they say?
Yeah, no, that's their argument. Because it's a state function, right?
Yeah,
Existence is a state function is my point. It doesn't matter how you put those carbon atoms into that lattice. If you make them there, they are diamonds.
Absolutely irrelevant.
And so the entire industry is based on lying to you. about what is valuable and what is important, and telling you synthetic diamonds aren't the same as natural, despite synthetic diamonds being made by engineers and natural diamonds being
I didn't realize that they were
labor.
underplaying synthetic diamonds.
Yeah, that's what they're trying
ridiculous,
to do. And so synthetic diamonds are undercutting the market right now and reducing the price. And the diamond industry is trying to fight back against that. And they're trying to, you're on the next. And so I have this whole diatribe. I can send you this PowerPoint slide.
That's cool.
Where I basically do the breakdown of natural versus synthetic. And any of my students from group theory class that are here right now, I guarantee I'll put a question on the test that says something along the lines of, based on symmetry arguments, what's the difference between a natural and a synthetic diamond? And the answer is nothing. And so they're going to do some mental gymnastics to try to justify the difference, but there is no difference.
That's very interesting.
All right, what do you want?
to get through this very easy.
Yeah, this one's not bad.
There's a secret door.
Guzbot Wotus has redeemed take a drink.
All right.
Thank you. So that's my diamond diatribe. So
this is very cool.
I'm glad your students took something home,
Of course.
I give that diatribe.
They better take something home, spending all the time in class.
Exactly. But like if they take that home, I will feel like I've won a victory, because it is a big deal. It's important. It matters. All right, this one it will be easy. All right, left.
This will be a piece of cake. It's closed. We just need to get the secret door, right? Let's see.
Yep. So go straight. So not all the way straight. Stop right there. Here? Can you get through that?
I don't think I can go through that.
Isn't that where the... Oh, God. We have to go all the way down through this shit. Yeah.
Oh, wait. Oh. We need to get... There's got to be secret.
Yeah, you can't get through this. No, that's where that post is. So we have to go here.
Okay, well, let's do that. So we're going to go to the...
Okay, turn right.
Well, I cannot go through the
corner. You can't go through the corner. So you got to go straight down.
Go here.
Yep, straight down.
Go to the left, right?
Yep. So turn right.
So this way,
straight down. Yep.
And to the left.
Yep. And hug.
Oh, this will be long. That's like a labyrinth.
It is.
It's easy to get lost here, so I need to kind of be careful.
Left. Nope.
This way.
Don't open the door. No.
Left.
Oh God, where did we? There's a door somewhere there.
Oh, there's no door.
All right.
I think this is just labyrinth.
Oh, it might be a secret. Okay, left. Hug that. It'll take you right. Stay left.
We should get to the door, right?
Yep. And then up here, turn.
I think he called the left side, right? Where do you want to go?
I think
straight?
Go straight. So that's a dead end.
This is dead end, right?
So turn around.
Okay. Keep left. Right?
Yep. Hug the left. There'll be a little divot there. Ignore that.
Keep
go
going.
Straight. Yep.
Yep.
Oh God, where are we?
I'm just keeping left. So I think that's gonna take me home. Now we lost for sure. Okay, wait. So we're getting there. I'm just keeping left.
You're staying left? I think that gets you up to here, yeah. We're okay.
Come on, this guy is resilient. All right. Some dead end. Keep left. Keep going. A lot of blood.
Walls. Yeah, I think Nintendo got rid of the blood in the...
Oh, there we go. Is that the door?
I don't think that's the door. I think that gets you to...
Oh, that's got to be the door. That's the final door.
Holy crap.
Great.
Marched. Nice.
Woo, that's pretty fast for this level.
Oh, this one might be easy
What's
too.
going on with our crowd?
They're watching us play Wolfenstein with no regard for anyone.
So we have one more level left, and then we're gonna get to the big dude. Level 8, that's it.
Cuddle puppy, this may have been asked already, but what's your opinion on the Insane Clown Posse song? The one where they say magnets, how do they work? Have you heard this? Cuddle puppy. I promise you I will send Mike Shatruck. So Insane Clown Posse is this just absurdist group that wears makeup and they just do pseudo rock rap music. And they have a song that's like, how does anything in the world work? And one of theirs is like, magnets, how do they work? It's absurd.
I didn't know this.
No.
So I just went through this door into this corridor.
Yeah, so I think, where do we have to go?
maybe all the way to the left and then through another door.
Yep. So this door is where you got to go.
Okay.
So
to the
through
left.
and then we'll.
I came from here.
Yeah. So go through there, left, follow that a long ways. Keep going. There'll be a door on your right.
Why are they staying back?
They're not expecting a guy with an Uzi to walk in.
Because exactly. There's a secret door here, right? Oh no, there's a real door? Oh, there.
Okay. A secret door. So you went through this. Okay, Did you just go through the secret door?
Yep. Through that one. Yep.
So can you see a red?
Yep, should be on the right side.
Yep, right there. Okay, straight through. What's your opinion on the Insane Clown Posse? Cuddle Puppy, you always win the absurdist question of the night. Well done. Oh, the Insane Clown Posse and their song about magnets.
I don't know what
magnets.
it is.
I know. It's funny though.
Yeah.
Go through
So
those doors.
how does it go?
It's just like it's like magnets. How do they work? It's kind of
That
this.
the song?
Yeah. I'll play it for you. Without context, it is. All right. Where are you?
In the blue rooms. I just
Okay.
got from the red rooms.
So go through that one.
Right?
Yep,
Left?
that door.
Right?
Yep. I think if you go straight, you're okay.
Guess we're doing Narcos after this, right?
Yeah, Narc is next. It's gonna be a late night, ladies and gentlemen. Straight and turn right. Nope. Go there and left. Okay, left through that door. Okay, straight.
Oh.
Past the blue and on the right, that door. Turn around. That one right there. Okay, straight. And there's a door on your left. Yep. Straight through the next door.
We're almost done.
Yep. We got this, sir. Even aiming anymore. This is amazing. Oh, Insane Clown Posse Miracles is the name of the song. Thank you, Cuddle Puppy. Magnets, how do they work?
Magnets, how do they work?
It was one of those like
They have little magnetic poles.
I mean, this harkens to a bigger problem, and it's with this new age scientific like mysticism shit. Where people are like, quantum mechanics isn't understood, the brain isn't understood. I can explain the brain's activities with like waves and interactions, and this is where
it's a
shit like
mystery.
this secret comes from, and it's garbage science. Yeah. All right, I don't know where you are. Yeah. You want to?
That's a way.
Devolved to knife play.
Come on.
Cuddle Puppy, thank you for joining us as usual. It's a pleasure.
Yep.
Mike Shatruck, molecular
Thank you
magnets.
for the question.
Spin
I don't know.
qubits.
Sorry, I don't know the song. What do you think about the song?
Oh, it's absurdism. It is terrible. I don't know where we are on the map right now. I lost.
I'm in the
Probably
brown
just
region
go
where I have two
straight.
doors.
Yeah, go straight. Go left.
Now I'm in the brown region where there are
Right there.
Nazis.
Where do these Nazis come from?
Oh, there in the bottom. Another room. Another room.
Left, you are approaching the end. Left. There we
Okay,
go.
so now are you ready? This is the last one. This is the last one.
This is the last before the last.
No, I think number 9.
No,
that's
no,
where we're gonna have.
look.
Oh, 10 is a secret level.
Yep.
You have to step through to that level through some other levels. We will not gonna get that.
This is the last level?
Level 10 is a secret level that can open from another level before. I don't know which one. You need to find it. But this is the last one. I think this is the last one. I might be wrong, but I think this is the last one.
Does it have a verse on magnetic monopoles? No, I don't think they thought that through. But that is an excellent. Yeah. Scuzzbot usually asks
magnetic
that.
monopoles, is that the question?
Yeah. Do they exist?
So
Will
it's
they
not
exist?
proven. There was basically some suggestion there is magnetic monopole in cesium atoms that were condensed, not very low
really?
temperature. Yeah. There is a paper I think in Nature that suggests that there might be magnetic monopoles. There is like no definitive proof. Straight.
Yeah, straight.
So yeah, so that actually is a great question. You know, so magnetic. That was the question, right?
Yeah. Magnetic monopoles.
Yeah, so it's sort of they shouldn't exist classically, but when you go to quantum level, they might exist.
Right.
So it's kind of
Should
interesting,
be,
interesting situations. Monopoles.
All right, there's your door at the end.
where do they come from?
Do you think monopoles exist?
Well, they can exist in principle, but again,
Like
there was
practically?
there is a practically no, but if you go to some very exotic systems, no, you can probably create them. Again, it's difficult to prove.
Wait, where are we going here? I thought it was the right door. Are we going to kill Hitler? Is that...
No, obviously not. We're in some narrow room.
Yeah, we're right here.
I'm going to the right, to the left.
Yep.
Just let me through.
Mein Lieben!
Okay.
Oh man, your score went down to 0. Right.
Okay. You just want to kill the guy.
So where are we going in this?
I don't know. Look, now it knows open space.
Yeah, we're right here.
Is that where we want to go? Oh, so then we can get to that. What do we get here?
We just went through this. That's where you went just now.
Wait, how is it possible?
I don't know. I don't know where the end of this level is.
It's unrealistic. Oh, there's the guy. There you go.
Well, shucks. I've been hoping to find a way to troll about monopoles all night. I mean,
That guy-
it's still a theoretical construct, right? It's not...
The monopole?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's do another reload.
The song line is...
I'm watching
fucking...
it.
Oh, there he is. That's not Hitler, though, is it?
No. It's like they're all like monsters.
There's no Hitler in this? Let's see that again.
Let's see that again.
All right.
I had one ammo left in the end. Do you realize that?
Yeah.
That's Gaddafi or something like that. Kafi.
Total time, 99.99.
Mod. Maxes out. The general gasped his last breath. And the free world is safe. Alright. Anyways, what do we do now?
That's it?
We have 15 minutes
That was the game?
Yeah, that's
15 minutes. You were not going to beat this game in 15 minutes, but we can try.
Well, that was... You were very patient with me on this.
No, you had a goal. I respect that. All right.
Did we do all factoids and all the questions?
No, we didn't.
Predictions?
We got detoured by...
We should do one more prediction.
Yeah, we will.
I thought there was a good one about...
Let me transition to our screens.
Yeah.
So I got to change screens.
What do we do here?
It's just shoot.
It will come to me.
It will come to you. All right. We're going to set you up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? We're going to close the night with Narc as we usually do. Go ahead and press start. So this is you winning the war on drugs.
All right. God's mouth.
Oh, God. Yeah. You have infinite lives.
So what do we do? What do these things?
So B jumps.
B jumps. A.
All right. So B can squat or jump. If you tap B, it jumps. If you hold B, it squats. If you hold A, it shoots. If you tap A, it rockets.
How do I turn around? Just notice.
Yep. Yeah.
Shoot these guys.
You don't have to. Just walk. Your goal is to walk.
Can I run?
No, this is it. You saunter.
Who do I shoot?
You can shoot any of these guys, but it doesn't help you at all. So go through the door. So the goal of this game is pretty much walk right as fast as you can. And then go in the door. Yeah. And walk right. And you'll come across keys and... All right, Cuddle Puppy said the song line is "fucking magnets, how do they work?" And it became an internet meme.
I love it. I should put it on my website.
The following line, and I don't want to talk to a scientist, y'all motherfuckers lying and getting me pissed.
That's the line.
Lyric, yes. So they're upset. Not only do they not know how magnets work, but they don't want to talk to people that know how magnets work. Go right.
Oh, you could go right.
Yep. Yeah. It's nearly always go right, and you'll find because they're drug dealers. So you pick up that card, keep going right, you'll find a door. Fucking magnets, how do they work?
So those guys, that's what's the name of the band?
It's called Insane Clown Posse, which is like super fun and edgy if you're like a 15-year-old angsty kid.
Sounds like some pretty.
Oh yeah, it's hardcore.
Yeah. Insightful people.
Oh man, Cuddle Puppy, I'm gonna make a note and send that song to Mike. All right, so you're gonna go with key card and then through the door.
Conspiracy theory.
Yeah, kind of. ICP. Now, when I was high school, they came out and they were first popular, and yeah, no, it's absurd. All right, I am going to ask you one more question from our list, and that question is, if you had unlimited resources and no moral qualms, what experiments would you do? And so think big about this. Like, to give you context, like, Sarah Hart would do twin studies, like intentionally generate twins and separate them to figure out nature versus nurture. Or Matt Hauer would create... He would put ankle bracelets to monitor people and then send a hurricane out of town. Yep. Unlimited resource. Like, make a particle accelerator, make the biggest magnet the universe has ever seen. What do you want to do? What would be your holy grail?
Hard.
Yeah, it's really hard. But it's a fun question. Like, the
thing is moral quality. It's difficult to put yourself in a situation.
Yeah.
I don't think I have the interest to do something immoral to the level, it's like, I don't know, just...
well, it's one of the... So to provide context into this, do you remember earlier in the semester where they sent out an email from the Learning Center that was like, you want to talk about the Ukrainian war? And like, I'm not qualified to talk about any of that stuff. Yeah. But one thing to consider is like, you should be able to go through that. Science in the context of war. Like Fritz Haber said, in a time of peace, science belongs to everyone. In a time of war, it belongs to your countrymen.
Yeah.
Right. And so there's like moral questions in our science applications. And this is like World War II. If the United States government says, I'm going to write you a blank check to do the biggest science, chemistry, engineering, physics problem in human history, do you do it? Oh, blue card. Get that.
This
nice.
one?
Yep. And then go up to the door.
How do we get? Just take it?
Yeah, just step on it. Oh, you got to get the walk over that guy. But would you do it? And so that's the the blue. It's got walk over that guy. So that's like some kind of swipe card thing. Yeah, there you go. All right, so use it there and then walk through the door. Cuddle puppies follow up. If you had unlimited resources and zero moral qualms, what's your favorite Insane Clown Posse album? And it's the one that contains miracles. It's the same music group. Anyway, what experiment would you do? Would you build a particle accelerator the diameter of the diameter of the Earth? What would you want to...
I'm thinking.
You're thinking this is... Yeah. I gave you this question
I know, I look at that. It's not like, he's not going to ask me that.
I'm going to ask you that.
I took it as normal undergrad, like, what should I study?
But that's arguably the most interesting question, right? Because it's like, if we had that budget, what would you do? Unlimited.
Lots of money.
Yeah. And this doesn't even have to be science. Like, this could be... This could be a social experiment. This could be
I think
like Jim Fadul would essentially want to genetically map every single male on Earth. Because if you had that data set,
I would invent the time machine.
You would invest towards inventing a time machine.
Yeah, that would be cool. I think with
it's possible?
Resources, I would be able to do that.
Just keep
like
holding
bucks, in office space. I think I could do that.
Yeah. Imagine.
Oh, but like
unlimited budget. Would you invest it towards time travel? Would that be the most cost effective?
Maybe
okay,
not,
so jump. You can get that.
What I would like to do. So I was like, I think that would be pretty awesome, right? That's the thing we don't know even remotely how to do.
Yeah. Well, and the thing about that is, even if you invest that much money, like it's tap B, tap, shorter time. Just like, yeah, there you go.
Oh.
All right, now you're driving. You're going to run into bombs and it's going to suck. Worth it. Oh, I'm sorry. If you haven't memorized this game, it's pretty terrible. And I make my guess.
Yeah, but I think like that's one of the possibilities. Another thing I would do, just invest in space program to the maximum and actually make possible living on the nearest planets. Because I think that could be cool, right? Not for the overpopulation or anything like that, but just for the principle to demonstrate that we can do it, right? And I think that's kind of, to me, that's the thing we know a lot of stuff that's happening on Earth, right? That's what we're talking like time or space travel.
Yeah.
Something that we can't do now.
Just invest
because
resources
that we can.
Yeah. So you're gonna tap B again. Yep. Shorter. Yep. And hold.
Oh, wow.
Physics be damned. Physics, how does it work?
I can't tunnel. tunneling, how does it work?
Yeah, we have a YouTube clip
Should I
of how
shoot this
tunneling
one?
works. No, you can keep walking. Most of this is just walk right. There's no advantage in killing
Yeah,
anyone.
the funny one.
Yeah. Man, I mean, that would be fun because, you know, even if you don't solve time travel, you're going to discover a lot.
Yeah.
Right? You're going to learn things, go down.
Well, another thing I'm like really interested in.
You can walk around or over. Up to you.
I'm really like thinking like if let's say, don't you want to look at like at the sky from a different planet? You know, like the color of the sky is different. Like I think like on Mercury it should be like yellow, orange, something like that.
You can calculate
I mean,
that.
that's remarkable, right? It would be so cool to look at different color of the sky, right?
So not necessarily an experiment, but a self-fulfillment.
Just to see it, right?
Yeah. Like sure, you've been to 36 countries, but to see the sunrise over Mercury,
Right.
that would be something, right? Yeah. Now that's a very Blade Runner type, you know,
That dog
the
is
ending stream.
biting my ass.
Yeah, no. Oh, so if you hold down both buttons, you can squat and shoot.
Oh, okay.
And that's how you're not gonna kill dogs.
I hate killing dogs.
I've seen you kill a lot of dogs today.
Well, you told me shoot those dogs. It's too loud. When you were talking about inhumanity of diamonds, you told me to shoot the dogs.
It's very, very true. I apologize. I'm a terrible person, Mike.
Oh, look, I found a new car.
Yeah. Jump and stay on the bottom.
On the bottom?
Yep. Stay.
How
Well,
do you know this?
okay.
Drive around.
So I've played this game a lot, actually. Cuddle Puppy, do you want to break the news to him? So the reason we started playing this game is I was the guest on the stream once, and Eugene played host, and so I picked a bunch of my favorites. Stay on the bottom and just walk right.
Oh.
And I played like games from my childhood, and this was one of those bargain bin games I had for the Nintendo, and my brother and I played it. It's terrible. We never got good at it or beat it. Yeah, but I played it on stream, and then like the people in stream challenged me to beat this, and not only beat it, but speed run it. Which, if you're not familiar with speed runs, it's beating games as fast as you can. And so now the reveal: I'm the world's fastest player in this game.
You are.
Of the 10 people that have scores, I am
So
the
you're
best.
good at this.
Yeah, I know. I am the best as far as I know. So
That's why you know what to do.
Yeah. That's why we play this at the end of every single stream. And so you are
Brings you childhood memories.
9 minutes and 34 seconds right now. The record in beating the game is 9 minutes and 24 seconds.
And then we just start.
Yeah. You're about halfway right now. So stay on the bottom.
Yeah, I'm halfway through.
Go all the way. Yep. The reason we play this is for the final boss, which I think you're going to like. You're going to win the war on drugs. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are almost at 11 o'clock, but nonetheless, we're going to throw up one more prediction for those of you that are still in the audience. Which one should we do, Mike? X-rays or ozone?
Let's do the first one.
All right. All right, we have these predictions. We're going to spend them. We only have like 5 viewers left, but hopefully they want to do a
I got
prediction.
tired of my not very skillful game.
Yeah.
Going through the levels.
Yep. We tried.
Sorry, guys.
All right.
I got too carried away with.
No, Mike is a focused individual, but you can show people video evidence
Yeah.
that you did beat it. All right, we're going to throw up another prediction. The question is, refrigerators use ozone depleting chemicals, true or false? And so this is actually a really big problem. That it is a question that's legit. Cuddle Puppy, I regularly speedrun this game in less than 9 minutes, but I have not submitted my runs because I want you to still think you're the best.
That was boom.
Thank you, Cuddle Puppy. It makes me feel good. All right, that door.
You know the doors though.
All right.
Changed my life here.
All right, you're going to pick up a silver card, and what you're going to do is walk up through the door, but don't keep holding up after you go through. So let go of up as soon as you... Okay, get the
Wait,
card.
is something like that.
No,
Come
no.
on.
Just walk over the
Guys.
card. There you go. But press up through the door, but stop pressing up as soon as you get through. Nice. No!
I went too far.
You went up through the door again. Oh, Cuddle
Is it
Puppy.
the same door?
No, go to the end and you're going to find the door again. Cuddle Puppy, I challenge you to beat me at this game. I want competition. I would love if people play it.
They're just doors.
I feel like that question needs to quantify specifics.
This door?
Yes. There you go.
I did
No,
what you
that's that card. Through that door. All right.
Yeah, you know your game.
Yeah.
So
Oh, no, I learned
what do we have for the question?
I learned the hell out of this game. You answered, unlimited
What
budget.
You got 100%, so people know.
100, what? 100?
The answer's 94.6. So
Oh, God.
919.
Oh, God. Oh, 30 seconds left. I'm drunk enough. I forgot we really had a prediction here.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
Refrigerators use ozone-depleting chemicals. True or false? This is actually a really fun one. This is non-controversial. I covered this in Gen Chem as well. Honestly, if I spent my time lecturing about, like, social issues as related to science, it would be arguably more impactful than talking about chemistry, which is... All right, you're going left. This is the only one you go left. All right. Refrigerators use ozone-depleting chemicals. Mike, what is the answer? Do you want to see the breakdown? We got 2 versus 1. Confidence and true.
Oh, we have only 3 answers?
Yep.
Oh.
I mean, it's 11 o'clock.
Yeah, false.
The answer is false. It used to be true.
Yeah, for the last maybe 15 years? For quite a long time now, we kind of moved away from CFC.
So 1986 was the major agreement that got rid of CFC. So you got to shoot bullets at these green guys, these Rambo-looking guys. So bullets is whole day. Yep. Yep. So you'll have to shoot one of those guys and they'll drop a green card.
That's right.
No, I don't think so. Not yet. There you go. Now you got it.
Exit.
All right. So the answer is false. It was true. No, it's false. So it used to be chlorofluorocarbons. When you shoot them with UV light, they release fluorine and chlorine that do radical reactions. What do they use now? I don't even know.
I think it's like hydrofluorocarbons. Basically, they remove CL mainly, right? And so HFCs now are kind of safer.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's actually, I was looking up that for some statements because I was writing a paper and I was trying to say, how we have this issue with ozone depleting chemicals, but then I asked, well, I thought we solved that problem, right? And so I started looking into that and found that, it's not a problem anymore. But actually, you read a lot of papers like on magnetic refrigeration where people say, it's like horrible for environment. And so obviously when you write something in your introductions to your articles, you have to study societal situation because it changes actually. But you're right, there was agreement signed that doesn't allow any use of those.
Uncle Bill has a point. Problem is that modern refrigerants don't deplete the ozone, but they are horrible greenhouse gases.
They are, absolutely right. No question asked. But also I think the release of those gases you have is pretty small compared to what you have in chemical productions, right? Like SO2, NO2, right? Those are much worse in terms of concentrations. So I think CFC is a horrible greenhouse gas, but I don't think their concentrations are anywhere near what you get from the major problems, the most problematic gases.
I mean, that's a cost-benefit analysis we have to do with everything we have, right?
But he's absolutely right about that, right? So it's something. Right? The fact that some things are better doesn't mean they better in every.
They're good. Yeah. They're absolutely good. Yeah. No, that's a good point. Thank you, Uncle Bill. Fun factoid. If anyone wants to, actually, I'll request my own factoid right now, because this one is pretty tragic, actually. So the guy that came up with CFCs, the chlorofluorocarbons, Thomas Migley, he did this out of the good of his heart. He wanted to make refrigerants that are more efficient and people could have food in their household that was refrigerated. You have the key card for all these stores. Yep, you already got them. So he came up with CFCs, and then he found out they were terrible. He's also the guy that came up with leaded gasoline. And so he used the tetrabutyl lead as an anti-knocking agent to make gasoline more efficient. And again, he didn't know it was toxic. He didn't know it was terrible. And so the same guy that came up with leaded gasoline and CFCs, that's what he's known for. Which is kind of crazy. Those are 2 major innovations, but they ended up being terrible. And he didn't know it at the time. So, like, arguably one of the most destructive scientists not intending to do so, which is kind of crazy. But,
well, it's like most people who developed atomic bomb didn't want to do it, probably, right? If they knew what... That's great. Did you read Feynman's memoirs?
No, I haven't.
He basically talks about the first tests, and they were like shocked by the power because they didn't know what to expect. And once they saw like in the white sands in New Mexico what was happening, they this is horrible, right?
Yeah. Well, what was Oppenheimer's quote? I've become death or something
Yeah.
like that. Like
Yeah.
they didn't.
Yeah, they just didn't realize what would happen.
I mean, they had an idea, but to see it manifest physically as a real thing is something.
They didn't realize how powerful it would be, actually.
Yeah. And that's the one thing I've related to our class. It was one of our detours about, times of war. Would you have worked on the Manhattan Project?
Yeah.
Right? Would you have been part of that? Because it's one thing you could say, okay, we'll make it, but it'll never be used. We'll make it, but it won't do that much damage. And then it manifests as the death of 300,000 Japanese people.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's horrible.
Yeah. But then you have to reflect on, like, I have a Department of Defense grant, and it's not making bombs, but does it result in the death
But
of a
it
human being?
contributes to something, right?
Yep. Yeah. It's like as a grad student, I worked on photodetectors for near IR, which means night vision goggles. You could see and potentially kill somebody. Like,
Well, I mean, we were doing like, remember that project that we had for
the gamma detection.
gamma detection? And
Yeah.
well, that's more like defense, right?
So you got to hit the wheelchair guy with a rocket.
How do you get the rocket?
Tap A.
Tap A?
Yep. So
Okay. Yeah, so basically, remember we were trying to develop better smoke grenade materials.
yeah.
You would say those more defensive, defensive, but still, right?
I mean, but still, it's gonna impact someone. You got to tap A. If you don't want to fight the boss, I'm happy to, because we're already past 11 o'clock.
That guy's. Yeah, we should probably wrap up. Hold you.
I mean, it's up to you if you want to play it.
Oh, that's cool. Because your family needs to get you back, right, at some point. Whoa!
So now,
That was fast.
now we inchworms off.
Now we see the skill.
Now we're gonna do a set of guys. It's gonna be 2 brown guys, 3 blue
I
guys.
was watching my covering. Let's just do it. Yeah, great.
Actually,
Look, you're cleaning it up nicely.
my contribution is if you shoot him and despawn him off the left side of the screen, you save 15 seconds.
Oh, wow.
And that's how I broke this game.
Ah.
Oh, there we go.
So what did you get from? Oh, you got a card.
Yep. I'll let you fight the next boss for a little bit. Cuddle Puppy, I heard either he or his company covered up the harm of leaded gasoline. I'm fairly confident it wasn't him. It was the company.
Yeah, that,
I mean, it's
that gasoline is so bad.
it's the same issue with smoking, right? They knew for decades it caused cancer, and they covered it up. They
Oh, don't you
testified
think
in
it's
front of
coming
Congress. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, and
with
look,
the
like a lot of
vaping.
movies, like
Vaping.
well, vaping is one thing, right? But there is more and more. Like at some point, you didn't have a lot of smoking in movies, commercials. I think now it's like really coming back.
Yeah. No. Vaping they made it artificially feel like it's safe, and it's terrible for you. It's exactly as bad
How
as
do you get away
smoking.
from this bus? Oh, you jump.
So this is the same wheelchair guy manifest as a floating head. 420 Vape Nation. Thank you, Cuddle Puppy. You're a terrible influence on this world and society. Oh man. That's crazy. Even seeing some of our colleagues, still smoking or vaping, it's breathtaking. It really
Almost
is.
like no, it's we told them to to the smoking outside of the part and other stuff like that. But I feel like now more young people are smoking than before.
Yeah.
Visually, right?
Well, it's the flavored vapes and yeah. All right, we're just about to wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen. If anyone has suggestions of people that we should raid, I mean, we do educational streamers, but we're flexible. Anyone that might be interesting to bring our viewers over to. Texas Space Agency's on. Maybe that's a good one. So this one is hard because you have to jump and shoot him in the hat,
Oh, I see.
which is a non-trivial endeavor. You're okay.
I want to see the skill.
All right, so there's in the hat. Now you just have to shoot him in the face.
Jump.
No, just rockets to the face. So 2 or 3 rockets to the face will reveal everything. Every study I've seen shows that vaping is less harmful than smoking. No, that's true. I
Do I
think
have any rockets?
I think that's.
I don't have the back.
Yeah, you have rockets. There you go.
I can run faster than rocket.
Yeah. Till he gets close, then he marches through. Yeah, I think the understanding is vaping is less harmful than smoking, but it's still bad for you.
It's still
as Cuddle
bad.
Puppy said, yeah. I mean, it's one of those that
It's not. It's. I think I think it's bad. I don't think it's much less harmful. It's what they want you to say. You know,
I mean, the fact that like vaporization is less harmful than smoking, right? It's not direct combustion; it's gas phase generation.
Still.
It's the same thing with weed, right? Vaping or subliming weed is better for you than smoking it, but it's still bad. Like it's an intrinsically bad process for you,
Yeah.
and there's nothing that your lungs gain from this process.
That's like the same thing like people do hookah, right? But actually, it's not very healthy.
Yeah, no, it's terrible.
Yeah.
How is he not revealed yet?
I don't know.
That is crazy. Maybe move up, get off the bottom of the screen. Mike, I'm sorry. This is terrible. There you go. All right, now it's bullet.
How's what?
Bullets, and you're trying to hit the basis sign. So what I do is run away, run.
I'm doing it.
Yep, and then turn back and shoot at him and hope it
At
does
the head?
something. Yep. Well, shoot at the spine. Well, with bullets. So hold A, and you can hope for the best on that. But it is crazy how rapid. So I remember, like when I was young. I mean, you were in a different country, obviously, but like when I was young in the U.S., I remember in the 80s and early 90s where there was smoking in restaurants, there was smoking in bars, and then that disappeared very, very quickly. And then all of a sudden you have students out. So hold A. There you go. 2 down.
Oh, this
4 vertebrae to go.
Spines.
Yep. Yeah. So you'll shoot again, and maybe 2 more, 3 more will go away. Walk away and try it again. It's a terrible boss. So my brother, he's an electrical engineer. He actually went into the software and like reverse engineered this game, and he figured out exactly how this boss works. And it depends on your XY position and when you press fire. And so it is.
This one's horrible.
No, it is. It's a terrible boss, and I don't know why I make people do this, but it is a tradition on our channel. But anyway,
It's good. It's fun.
We're wrapping up soon. If anyone has suggestions on who we should raid, please throw them in chat. I'm happy to learn about new streamers. Oh, I've got a blind
did
cook
this in 9 minutes.
cooking with. I did, but the record for my guess is 20 minutes by Lazenby. Blind cook, a history nerd. A history nerd gaming, and a saltwater aquarium reef. Man, who's the history nerd gaming? We've done cooking without looking several times. I'm curious who the history nerd gaming is. Is that their actual streaming name?
Are you sure I can kill him?
Yes, I've done it several hundred times. I've played this game more than I like to mention. It is absolutely ridiculous. After you beat him, or after you have me beat him, I'll show you the boss fight, because there's a certain position you have to be in, certain timing when you have to
in the wrong
fire.
position?
No, I think you're good.
This is horrible. Oops. I started watching the other screen. So
Oh yeah. We
lost.
sorry, we filtered out links, Uncle Bill. You put their profile name in chat.
What do you do?
Is it history? So one thing you can do at the end of the stream is you can take you and your viewers to another stream and just like deposit them and watch them. It's like a social network.
I've been shooting that guy forever.
It's bad.
Bad shooting?
So try moving up and down. So run away, move up a little. Just a little bit, move up, then turn back. Sometimes it'll work. Sometimes it won't.
Leslie is good
Quest.
stuff, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, he did well, but he also plays a lot.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Sophie's Quest is playing Elden Ring. Elden Ring is a quest in itself. Oh, what's her favorite color?
My favorite?
No, it's just a question about the other streamer. Oh, we've gone off the rails, Mike. It's just the answer.
Go finish this guy. I cannot take this.
It's ridiculous.
I know you'll do it quickly, or you'll be jumping and shooting.
There's like a special, like you have to time up when they turn back.
Oh, good day.
I mean, it's hitting him.
Yeah. I've been hitting him for a while. This one's insane.
There, we got one of them.
Oh, you see, you can. Oh yeah, I see one's gone.
What is the airspeed of airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? You know that, Monty Python?
Is that where I thought that was from? I thought that was from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. No.
No, that's the bridge. Yeah, Monty Python,
Monty
Search
Python.
for the Holy Grail. Yep.
Okay.
All right, you're going to the right. You're gonna beat this game, Mike. Yeah, gold card. All right, now you're civil forfeiture the level. You're gonna collect gold. I'm gonna turn off the timer. You want to see this, Mike? So I have a foot pedal that turns on and off the timer.
Okay, we'll do it.
No, I'll do it. I'll do it when you get through.
Go ahead.
This is how I keep track of
What
my
do I have to do on
FP Just go to the end. You don't have to collect any of this shit.
I was collecting.
28 minutes and 6 seconds.
Okay, not bad. I've never played this stuff.
No one has ever played this. It's a terrible game. But you did win the war on drugs.
How did
That's the best part. Contact your local DEA recruiter. So you get 3 initials, so you can't do shame.
what do you do? It's here? Seriously, I have to do like.
No, you have to like controller.
Oh, okay.
Finger pointer.
A.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. You putting in. Ooh, ace. Nice. Nice. This is still from the golden age of gaming when games were programmed by single unpaid interns. Yes. And the worst part is this game used to be an arcade game, like one of the consoles that you'd stand up and play in an arcade. And they're like, you need to put this on an 8-bit system. You have none of the graphics, none of the music, none of the programming. You have to make that happen. All right.
That's impressive.
28 minutes and 6 seconds.
So much better than Wolfenstein.
So you beat Narc and you beat Wolfenstein tonight.
Well, I wouldn't pass that guy without you, that's for sure. That was difficult.
We will count them as a victory.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Teamwork.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you guys.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Yeah, thank you for anyone that stuck around the entirety of the stream. We had a lot of fun. We beat Narc. We beat Wolfenstein 3D. Hopefully we learned a little bit of science along the way, but it's been a pleasure. Thank you as always for joining us in Ask a Scientist Gaming. 2 weeks from now, we'll have Allison Wing, who's a meteorologist who studies cloud formations and cyclones and hurricanes. Yeah, no, she's very good. She wants to understand the impact of climate change on both the formation and the frequency and the magnitude of hurricanes and whatnot. So 2 weeks from now, Allison Wing will be joining us. She'll be playing some Mario Kart 64 as long as a bunch of other stuff. So yeah, 2 weeks from now, join us for that. In the meantime, Mike, thank you so much for joining me. I email my colleagues and I say, do you want to play video games and talk science? And it's crazy as hell, but some people say yes. Mike, thank you for saying yes. Any parting words for our audience?
Well, just learn something good about science and don't vape.
Don't vape. We learned that.
Don't listen to stupid music.
Yeah. We'll have an answer. Next time Mike's on, he will have strong opinions about IPC Miracles song.
He won't be able to express it.
Cuddle Puppy, you will be happy to answer your question. All right, everyone, stick around. I think we're going to raid Texas Space Agency, who's usually a regular viewer, but he does metallurgy. He actually is, I think, a combination of blacksmithing and welding. So he does that on stream. So we'll go check them out. But again, everyone, it's always a pleasure. Thank you for swinging by Ask a Scientist Gaming. See you guys in 2 weeks.